Hello everyone and welcome for a very special stream today. Welcome along everyone. It's great to see so many of you here in our chat. Of course, it is the day. It's not just going to be an okay day. It's going to be a great day because it is the release of Oklahoma for American Truck Simulator, and we have a live stream packed full of just so many great things. And I'm joined by some wonderful people. I'm going to be joined by some more wonderful people later on as well in the stream today. Hello, my name is Alex. I'm community manager here at SCS Software. If you've not joined us before, and live from Prague in our studios at SCS Software, we have Nimiro, PR marketing manager. You might have seen him a few times here on the stream before. How are we doing, Nimiro?
Hey, I'm fine. I'm excited to release the Oklahoma DLC.
Yeah, it's an exciting day. I mean, it's come around very quickly for sure, hasn't it?
Yes.
Absolutely. And not only that, but we also have our first special guest with us already in the studio, but also no stranger to our streams. I think it's like your third time, maybe?
Yeah.
Davido?
How
are we doing? It's great to have you back.
Now.
Yeah, I feel great. It's honor to be here for the third time in 2 years.
He's
accepting offers for collaborations for any brands if you would like to support him. As a famous influencer, Coca-Cola, Nike, anyone.
Get those sponsorships, getting that streamer experience. It's great to have you back. Thank you for taking your time out on such a busy but also momentous day. I'm sure you're very eager to get out there and celebrate as well, and be with your team as well a little bit later. So thank you for joining us. And of course, chat as well. Thank you for being here with us as well. A lot of you are here from around the world. Literally, I've seen some of you already saying hello from yesterday. So let's get a location check real quick. Chat. Let us know in the world where you are watching.
Anyone from Oklahoma, actually?
Yeah.
I believe you are in Oklahoma, right? Like considering your background.
No, you are completely correct. This is a live stream of Oklahoma City behind me. So this is what the weather is like. This is an actual background right now of Oklahoma City. So beautiful day there. And it's a beautiful day for a release. We've got people from Chicago, Canada, Wisconsin, Alabama, Kentucky, Colombia, Deutschland, Jamaica, India, Arkansas, we've got Brazil, Serbia, Romania. So many places around the world. Poland, Netherlands. Yeah, some great places here. Thank you, everybody, so much for being here. Yeah, that's right. Lots of external offices.
There's actually
great to have you all.
A lot of our colleagues as well in the chat. I can see Darius, Netwander. Yeah.
Australia. Oh, there must be a night.
Australia.
I guess.
I believe Netwander's from Australia, isn't it?
Yes, he is.
He is.
Yeah.
I don't even want to know what time it is right now for them over in Australia.
And he's actually our sign specialist, right?
Mm.
I don't know, Netwander, if you've seen one of our latest streams, but I've sent you one sign to rework recently. Can you please take a look at it?
He's the only one guy responsible for the traffic signs.
I believe if you will go outside your house about now, you might catch it.
It's just coming back down from orbit, absolutely. But it's great to have so many of you people here. Thank you, everybody. Whether you've been waiting until this countdown or you're going to be joining us a little bit later, it's great to have so many of you from our community here to celebrate the release of Oklahoma for American Truck Simulator. And of course, we're going to be bringing you lots of special guests as well as Oklahoma gameplay as well. Nimiro, you're trucking in Oklahoma right now. This is a still in work in progress build.
Yeah,
as you may
we just started
know,
and I'm out of gas already. Imagine.
Need the gas.
Sorry, Chad.
But as you know,
that's all for today. We don't have any gas.
We run out of gas. That's it. It's done. But yeah, as you know, we still are putting some final touches on the DLC even as we speak. So this is still a work in progress build as well, chat. Of course, as well, we're going to be having some little prizes and giveaways throughout the stream as well. So definitely stick around for those. And of course, we'll be bringing you the big highlight, which is where we actually take you through our offices and spawn a portal on the actual live stream, and you can actually see into the celebration and the actual release of Oklahoma.
There is actually a party going on. I believe it's gonna start anytime soon, and we're gonna miss it, Alex. We're gonna miss it once again.
It's tradition at this point. At this point, it's just tradition, that we just have to have our own little marketing party, at some point. But that happens. We get to spend it with our best community ever, so I'm not complaining at all. and we get to see lots of Oklahoma as well. So to all of our colleagues as well in the offices or wherever you're watching from the world, if you're working remotely as well, thank you for joining us as well. We hope you have a wonderful evening. Don't drink too much without us. So we hope you have a great night for sure. Well, chat, it's time to get things started, time to get things rolling.
Oh yeah, someone was playing with my setup again, right, Darius? I believe you guys had a stream yesterday, and all my hotkeys bindings are gone again. Thank you.
Gotta go through the hotkeys. All through the settings. But yes, if you haven't already seen, we've released a blog a little bit earlier on our website, blog.scssoft.com. You can find all of the details there about the release today. Which is happening at around 7 p.m. Central European summertime. So, 3 hours from now or so? And also all about our Cruising Oklahoma event, which is also going to be going live with the release of Oklahoma. That's the one you're not going to want to miss out on. Make sure you are signed up to worldoftrucks.com with that, because you can earn some cool little Oklahoma-themed bits for your truck. Right, Nimir?
Absolutely. I believe we've released our communication about the upcoming online event that's going to start with the release of the DLC yesterday. You can see it all on our blog at blog.scssoft.com, and you can check out the prizes, the rewards you can earn, and everything there.
Absolutely. If you're interested in earning yourself a beautiful Wild Stampede themed truck paint job, or a black swallowtail ornament, or even probably one of the cutest plushes I've seen in our game.
Yeah, the bee.
The bee, right? The little bumblebee. Oh, who doesn't want that? I think that's going to be an instant hit in Oklahoma, is the bee. Having the bee by your side while you're trucking around. Definitely head over to our blog.
Yeah, I can't wait for the special live stream that we surely going to have with one of the, one of the members of our online events team, or how to call them, in which they gonna explain us why they choose the bee and everything about the rewards and rules and this event.
Absolutely. But in the time being, we've got a lot to focus on. We've got a lot ahead of us, and time is already ticking. So let's roll over to our first guest here, who's been sitting there waiting patiently. Davido, it's great to have you again, once again, and just want to ask, how are you feeling today? You must be quite proud, getting to this point of being able to release Oklahoma with your team. I imagine it's been quite the project to work on.
Yeah, I'm feeling great. I feel some excitement, but it's not as much as exciting as it was during my first project on Wyoming. It's more a routine for me.
He's a veteran now. Look at him.
He's a veteran. Look at this guy.
He's like this was a piece
There's
of
only
cake,
a few things that still surprise me. And luckily, I've got a great team with full of capable people and with great skills and great talent. So
that's something that interests me. Was it the same team that you've been working on Montana?
Yeah, mainly yes. The core. Definitely. Sometimes some newbie guy enjoy our team. Sometimes anybody left. But yeah, the core is the same from Wyoming.
So you are already very well, like a nice clockwork machine working together. That this guy is good for cities,
so.
That person is good for I don't know, vegetation, surrounding areas, and something like that.
Yeah,
awesome.
Definitely. As I said before, this is my, our third project in 2 years, and I think we know what we are capable of, and
so that means Wyoming, Montana, and now Oklahoma, right? These three.
Once more, I didn't understand.
Wyoming, Montana, and Oklahoma. These three
yes.
projects. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. It's great to be able to see, how much the team is progressing, and I'm guessing you've learned a lot from those times about different ways you can build things and work on things, and also it's given your team a lot of time to mature and also learn new techniques and work together as well. I imagine all those projects ago must seem like a little while ago now when you were first starting off on Wyoming and such. It must have all felt quite new to you, but now, did you feel nervous at all when it came to starting to work on Oklahoma, or did you feel ready and we can do this?
I think it's daily routine for us. We know what we can do, what we can create in the map, how to do it things. So nothing surprises us.
I mean, that's great to hear. That is really great to hear. And how would you say it was to work on Oklahoma State? Because I don't know about you, but you know, for me, we're getting to that kind of part of the US where I'm not too familiar with the states, and Oklahoma to the outside world might seem just a little bit more, you know, not as exciting as the big cities on the West Coast and such like that. It's a bit more, you know, kind of small country towns and lots of farmlands. You know, was it
so
like a...
Not exactly, because
Yeah,
there are two big cities, Oklahoma City and Tulsa, and that's something our team hadn't seen before. We hadn't done this before this project, so it was the first time for us.
Got it. Yeah, no, that makes sense.
But yeah,
of course, Oklahoma City behind me is a really, really big one, and I didn't know that there was such a big city in Oklahoma personally.
Yeah, it's among the biggest ones in the United States. I think it has population around about 600,000 people.
That's
I guess.
quite a lot. Yeah.
It is a lot, yeah. Absolutely, and we have some people commenting in the chat as well, saying Tulsa is pretty big as well. Which is surprising. Yeah,
it has a great panorama, both of these cities.
Yeah, absolutely, and we've showcased some of those on our blog, and maybe some of the people in our chat have seen some screenshots from some work in progress stuff, and I think they're gonna be quite pleasantly surprised with the amount of details, right?
Yeah. Did you check, Alex, how many blog posts and everything did we do for Oklahoma? Like,
I think
I don't know.
19.
How many?
19. I guess 19 blog posts.
Might be the number. Yeah.
Might be. Do you know what? I have not counted, even though I've written
20,
quite a fair few.
This one. The last one.
I haven't counted. We need to give Darius. We're going to give you a job.
Darius.
In the chat.
Darius saying 350. Yeah, feels like
it's
right.
Not 350.
Maybe 350 screenshots in total. That might be close.
True.
But you guys, like you and Darius, must be like now quite a specialist for Oklahoma State, right? Because you learned and written all these blog posts, you know, all the information about everything.
Well, that's the thing. That's
you
what I was saying
flex,
about, you know.
You can now flex in front of your
stuff.
friends, like, hey, did you know that this and that?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, as I was saying about the cities and stuff, it's always surprising to learn about these things. And when I was working with Davido and his team as well to get information, they're always very knowledgeable about these, you know, these subjects, and bringing us lots of information about what they had learned, and then allowing us to share it then with the community and what they've brought into the game, what details they found, and it's pretty amazing, you know, how much there is kind of packed into this kind of smaller state. I was actually kind of looking about the size of Oklahoma, because it isn't like the biggest state, but there's so much that can be packed into it. And I think I saw a fact online, correct me if I'm wrong, is that you can fit Austria 2 times like inside of Oklahoma.
Really?
So it's not like the biggest.
Austria doesn't seems to be that small to me. Like, you know, it's quite our neighbor here. Like,
I guess, yeah, compared to other EU
bigger
countries,
than Czech Republic.
Wow.
We got a number here from Darius, by the way. 20 blogs if you count the introduction.
Let's go, 20.
There you go. 20 blogs on Oklahoma. I think that's a very good number. But speaking of numbers, actually, I was going to ask, how many people were working on Oklahoma in your team?
11 people, including me, but some newbies helped us with a few roads at the beginning of the project.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's
but I've got a team about 11 people, including.
Hey Darius, this is your future, by the way.
Oh, Darius, what are you doing? Absolutely, yeah. Well, that's still a good amount of people, and it's impressive to see the amount of work that's been undertaken here by those 11 people and the few others that have helped out as well, because as we can see here, there's so much kind of packed into this state, from vegetation to cities to highways to small towns and settlements and such like that as well. There really is quite a lot packed into Oklahoma, and you know, I imagine you yourself got to see so many different things about Oklahoma and different parts of it as well, kind of decide what was going to be built inside. Do you have any like favorite areas that you've grown to love inside of Oklahoma?
I would say the state parks, because
State parks,
Which
yeah.
one?
I like nature.
Both of them, or because there are two, right? There are the Beavers Bend
Beavers
and
Bend
the
and Gloss Mountain.
Yeah.
Mm.
I would prefer the Beavers Bend State Park, because it's full of trees and there is some lakes.
While the Gloss Mountains is more like rocks and
yeah, it looks like
dry out
Utah
area
for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the state parks, and it's a bit of a difference, isn't it? Because we've been quite used to having a few little national parks, I guess, around the US, but Oklahoma has state parks, and I'm actually not too
difference?
sure on the
Actually,
difference.
yeah. Anyone in the chat? Do you guys
Actually,
know?
I don't know the difference. I would say that national parks are just more favorite, and there are some strict rules, I guess. You can definitely camping here, I would say. Maybe in state parks you can, but I don't know.
We should do
maybe
a field
someone
trip.
from chat can say us.
That's it. Yeah, I was gonna say someone in the chat is bound to know. If not, I'll ask my good friend, whose name isn't Google, but we'll look it up. We'll look it up for sure. Darius is coming in saying the difference is in the name. Thanks, Darius. We appreciate
Darius,
that information.
what would we be doing without you, man? I don't know.
Oh, here we go. So Fuzz Knuckle, thank you for the information here. Saying national parks are government run, but state parks are state owned. So they're like looked after by the state specifically.
But who owns the
US government?
national parks then?
Sorry?
Who owns them? Like, because like you said, like the national ones are only run by the... Oh no, it's vice versa. The state ones are run by the state, but the national
state parks are owned by the state, and the national ones are owned by the government, or run by the government, maintained by the government.
The government of the United States. Okay. I guess.
That's it. Yeah. So it's kind of like, I guess the more bigger ones, the better ones. Thank you, chat. Appreciate your information there. It's very, very handy for sure. For sure. So with these state parks, you said you love them. You really love the nature. Would you say that this is like one of your most kind of proud areas that you've created, or was it like the cities that you mentioned, since it was one of your first times creating a bigger city?
Yeah, the cities are something that we can admire as well. I think especially Tulsa is really nice, and it was a little bit bigger than I was expecting, because there are some important junctions we have to done in the game.
Yeah, I've seen some impressive screenshots of them.
Yeah, there's a lot of new businesses as well.
Absolutely, yeah, no, and actually one thing that I was impressed by as well when we did the landmarks blog, I believe, and we showed off just how many landmarks are kind of around the cities as well. They have some really impressive structures. I think one of the most famous ones is the Sky Dance structure.
Skydance Bridge? You mean Skydance Bridge?
That's the one.
That's the bridge with the iron
I don't know how you explain it.
structure. I don't know
Transformer
how to... Transformer.
That's definitely that's definitely a weird bridge, but I guess it's something like the most famous landmark in Oklahoma City, I would say.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if it's the most famous, but for us it was something atypical, and we decided that must be in the game.
Yeah. And it's nicely lit up in the night as well, right?
It is. Yeah.
There's some color lights on it.
Yeah, I think it's like iconic, right? For any driver that's heading into the city, it's something that they instantly recognize and go, I know where I am. And I think that's very important, and has always been important for our maps, both in Euro Truck and American Truck alike. Those landmarks play an important role in helping you realize, wow, this is where I am. And I imagine it must be a little bit hard, because you could probably add so many different little things that make a city or area unique. But of course, our maps are on a bit of a scale, and we have kind of limited space to work with. So I imagine it can be a little bit of a challenge sometimes to kind of squeeze it all in.
Yes, definitely. I think that the scale in the game was definitely one of the obstacles we have to fight. Uh, yeah.
Yeah, I think maybe Oklahoma, does it win for the most weirdly shaped state? I think it's got it's like
the panhandle.
it's got the little is it the little like their little handle or something at the top. I don't know. I'm not sure if there's an official name for it.
I think
But,
it is.
That must be
They call it
interesting one,
panhandle,
right?
I guess, or something like that.
They call it panhandle as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Panhandle, yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely an interestingly shaped state, and it must be a bit of a head scratcher at first to go, right, how are we gonna tackle this? Because of what you can fit in there.
I wonder what's the
but of course-
background, like history of the panhandle in the real life, and why it's actually a part of Oklahoma
it's
and not
shaped
part
like
of a
that.
Texas, or why the state is shaped like that.
I think it has something common with the slavery, I guess, but I'm not sure.
Was there some sort of agreement Texas sold it?
I don't know.
It-
Maybe
it was-
maybe there was like
It was a part of the
there we
Texas
go.
before.
So,
okay.
Someone said avoid talking why it's there. I think yeah, history probably has a little bit of a part to play in it. So I guess that's the reason for the interesting shape for sure. But would you say it was like one of the most challenging parts of Oklahoma to create, or was there some areas that were even more challenging in your eyes?
I think the most challenging part was to make it done in time as every year.
Mm.
And as I said before, we have to fight the scale in the game.
Is it getting a bigger problem, our scale, with every of the DLC, or is it something like this is quite stable, like over the years?
It was for the first time we have to fight the scale.
Okay.
On Montana or in Wyoming, we feel comfortable.
Okay.
Mm.
It's kind of interesting because like I believe Montana and Wyoming are actually bigger than Oklahoma in terms of the states.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, they are, and that's why we didn't have to fight the scale.
Oh yeah, true. That
Got
yeah,
it, got it.
makes sense. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And- Yeah, and the another obstacle I had to fight was definitely the loss of my main senior guy Janek, who became the leader of Rework, and I lost him during the project, and he was working on the Oklahoma City at that time, so we have to finish it after he left our team. But
Got it. Yeah.
I hope we managed that, and I hope that people will love it.
I'm sure they will. We've already seen so many positive
Yeah.
things about Oklahoma. We were lucky enough to be able to send off quite a few early access keys to a variety of different streamers and content creators from around the world. And so far, from what we've seen from those early access reviews, is that people are very happy with Oklahoma, and of course with the amount of detail. Again, I think we say this every year, but the bar is always getting raised each year, right, Namira? I feel like, every single time we're seeing something new, some new techniques, some new additions, and it just makes it all worth the while. And obviously the map teams, massive credit to them, because I imagine the job doesn't get any easier every year, because they know the standard that they have to set now for as technology improves and map building improves as well. And I think this is one of the intersections we're talking about here, right? This is like one of the
I kind of got
crazy
confused
ones.
by this
You
intersection.
got a bit lost then.
Yeah, I was for a second. I mean, but you know me, how easily I got distracted and missed my turn.
Yeah, I
So.
know. Absolutely.
I think that was the most interesting junction at the Oklahoma DLC, because there's many ramps and
Yeah.
full of lines, and there's even runs a train in the middle of the junction,
Oh,
so it's quite interesting.
Yeah, it's it makes you wonder if it's a little bit of a challenge to build in our game, and how much more challenging it must have been in real life for them to construct those kind of things. And you got to think and scratch your head sometimes, like, who
Definitely much
designed
more
this?
than in our game.
Yeah. Absolutely, yeah. So, but it's great to see, those structures making it into Oklahoma. Things again that make Oklahoma recognizable and unique, and what people who have visited the state or even live in the state recognize for sure. Chat, how many people are from Oklahoma in our chat right now watching? Do we have anybody watching from Oklahoma? Let us know. Let us know how it's looking all on screen for you, because we'd love to know. Does it give the look and feel of Oklahoma? Let us know. I know a lot of you have said you've been holding out for this stream to see Oklahoma for the first time, or are still waiting until the release. So let us know here. Oklahoma here. Yes. Truck there for 20 years. Oh, we've got quite a few veterans in the chat. Quite a few veterans in the chat. Good to hear, good to hear. Let us know your thoughts. We'd love to hear your first thoughts on Oklahoma. You're from Enid, Oklahoma. Very nice. Great to have you here. Hello, hello.
Enid City is the one that I made in this DLC because
Oh, really?
that's why I still count among among my team, because I still work sometimes as a map designer and I can build sometimes a few roads or some small city.
What do you like more, like to be the leader of the product or of the project of the team, or to still dive in and be creative and create within the map?
I'm comfortable that I can work on both sides. I enjoy leading the team, but I still sometimes need to do something creative, and that's why I'm comfortable with
to feed the brain, as they say.
Yes.
Couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more. And of course, lots of you excited as well in our chat. Oklahoma has the nickname the Sooner State, and we know you can't wait to get it in your hands, and it cannot come any sooner. And we're very much looking forward to be able to truck it for yourself. And just looking at this right now on the screen that we have there, this industry is impressive. I mean, the size of some of these bays here that we have, it's great to see more of these being added into the map as well.
Actually, this place was intended something like a new depot, but at the end we kill it off.
It's huge.
Yeah,
It's massive.
it's huge, but it's made by a generic some assets, and we decided to use that a generic one depot.
Hey, they have
I
a
think
pool
there
here.
is some charge depot, some electronics.
What is this pool here for?
I have no
reservoir?
idea.
For the
Maybe.
employees to
Sure.
have like beach parties?
Definitely not for employees.
Maybe it's a moat, but they can't escape. No, it's impressive. And there's actually quite a lot of unique industries in Oklahoma. Can you spoil us with a few little kind of unique ones that you know of?
A unique depots in Oklahoma.
Yeah, or like industries. I believe one of them is the bass factory, right?
Definitely the bus
Right,
factory
yeah.
should be the most interesting one, I guess. And there are two tire factories. And I have to say that I really like the new Riverport, which is the new landmark depot, and it's a really nice area, quite big, and there's a lot of new things to see, such as the movable cranes, and
Yeah.
you can see a new tugboat there from our vehicle department. So I hope you enjoy that place, and you will surely like it.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree more. And actually, I remember seeing some screenshots from the school bus depot, and the detail from inside the actual kind of like construction floor or whatever they call kind of the inside of the factory, the rolling production line.
That's really nice.
It's really detailed. It's very, very detailed, and I almost wonder, was there like a secret trip to the bus depot that we didn't know about or something? Because it seems like it's very accurate, and you've even got like I noticed like the digital screens as well, I guess, that they use for reference on what they're working on at the time or what's happening in the factory, and it looks very, very good. The amount of detail was fantastic, and I know that a lot of our community appreciate seeing those details, even if it's in areas that are necessarily that a truck can't go. They can admire it and see it from a distance as well. Do you enjoy yourself kind of creating all those little details within the map?
If I like the details or
Yes.
yeah, sure.
He's getting distracted
Yeah, sure.
by parking.
Yeah, he's judging your parking. He's like, I'll mess this up. There's a lot
Yeah,
of
I'm
people watching
focusing.
right now.
I'm focusing on the parking.
There's over 1,000 people watching the Miro, and there's no room for messing up here. No room for error.
Come on, man. Did you ever see me messing
know.
up?
Do you want me to answer that question?
No,
honestly?
it's theoretical question.
Post the clips, chat. No joking. Get a compilation going on here. Absolutely. There we go.
And you are parking
So
with
you're gonna
the
be loading
empty
it, yeah.
trailer?
Huh?
You are parking with the empty trailer?
With what?
Empty trailer?
Empty trailer.
I'm getting the load.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
We are gonna
Where are you going to be heading to, Namiro?
to Oklahoma City, I believe, actually.
Hey!
Yeah. We should
That's convenient.
To see
we should
the
be
Skydance
hauling
Bridge.
scrapped cars, I believe, something like that. Yeah, look at them.
Cars. There we go. Good stuff. Hit the road. 149 miles to go. We'll be there in Oklahoma City. And that's not the only thing that we're counting down. We're obviously counting down the release of Oklahoma for American Truck Simulator. That's going to be coming out at 7 p.m. CEST. If you're just joining us, welcome everyone. I know a lot of you have joined the stream while we've been chatting. There's over 1,000 of you watching from around the world. So thank you, everybody, for being here. Well, of course, very exciting day indeed. We're also joined by Davido here in the studio, who is the lead for Oklahoma. So if you have any questions, maybe something that's kind of picking your mind a little bit, do post them in the chat. I'll try to pick up on a few for sure. And of course, there will be a few little giveaways maybe here and there as well. Maybe hint, there's a little flag on the table. I don't know what that might be about, but we'll definitely let you know for sure.
Come on, you know the tradition.
We know the tradition. If you've joined us for a release stream before, you may or may not know about the flags, and I think it's a really nice one actually.
Yeah, and it was actually Davido who started this tradition with first
It
time
is,
with Wyoming,
yeah.
right? With the flag.
Yep.
Absolutely.
And I'm bringing it here again. it's signed by the.
Is it
the
hard to
entire
say?
team.
Is it hard to say it good? Is it hard to say goodbye to it? Like after all
No.
the time that was hanging around your like bay or area in the office.
No, at the end of the project there must be a way how to get rid of the flag, and I think that
You're like
To give it someone from
Frodo
the
in Lord of the
community
Rings,
is a
like
great
throwing
idea.
it into the abyss and then it's
Yeah.
gone.
it's gone.
I
I
can
mean,
see
I
the
guess it kind
Shire,
of
Sam.
signifies a start.
I think it's
Signifies the
pretty
end of the
nice
beginning.
gift.
Yeah, it's a very
believe
very
it
nice
is.
tradition actually.
And do you remember where headed to the previous flags
No,
from Montana and Wyoming?
I believe it was someone from Turkey, if I believe correctly, but I'm not sure.
Mhm.
Maybe these guys are in chat. Anyone in the chat having the Wyoming signed flag in your living room or the Montana one? Are you guys still with us or? Maybe not.
Maybe not. No, we do ask them. Hey,
Maybe not
Be nice
because
to the flag,
they
you
already.
know.
Hey, we just
got
been
the
raided
flag.
by 107 people from JM Simulator. Thanks for the raid, buddy.
hey, thanks for the raid, James Simulator. Appreciate it. Welcome.
How many people are watching?
Yeah.
Actually, because to be raided with 107 people, that's quite a big raid.
That is a big raid. Yeah, that is a very, very big raid. That's Twitch for me is still showing 1,085 viewers, but maybe it's more. I don't think that's updated yet. But we're also getting pretty close to 55,000 followers here on Twitch as well. So thank you everybody for your support and for your follows as well. If you haven't followed us already, hit that follow button. We stream on here quite regularly, not just for the releases, but we do lots of fun streams on the side as well. So
Sign
definitely tune in
reworks.
for those. That's it. Sign reworks.
Sign rework stream, and recently
That's
we
it.
presented new Thrustmaster shifter with my Kung Fu shifting. That was fun as
beautiful.
well. Yeah.
Yep. That's it. Absolutely.
We are still using it, by the way, but today we don't have an extra camera pointed on the shifter because we've moved the camera a bit to be able to capture the flag on the table. But we're still using that one.
That's it. So if you don't know about the flag, by the way, chat, since Wyoming, Davido and his team has made it a tradition to give away the state flag that they're working on that has been hanging in the office, right, in your
Yes.
kind of department area. and it's been signed by everybody who's been involved in Oklahoma in one way or another, whether that be from the map team or elsewhere. And,
but with a few folks exceeding
on the side as well.
On the side as well, yeah. Like Benny, Chenda, who did the amazing trailer for Oklahoma.
Some guys from
signed
testing
there as well. QA engineers are signed there. You know, basically, like as many folks that have been anyhow related to this project has been, you know, giving their signs for this or on this flag as well.
That's it, and we give one of you in the chat from our community the privilege of actually winning and owning this flag for you to kind of hold dear and display in your room with pride, because it is very special, because it's been with the team since the start of development for Oklahoma all the way until now, and obviously having those signatures of all those involved as well. There's only one in the world of each of these kind of like flags.
Exactly.
And
I think it's a pretty nice tradition.
It is very much,
because you know it shows the dedication of our team to the work we do, and we can identify with that given state for 1 year, and at the end at the end of the project you can sign it and give it someone who wants it, or who
hopefully it's gonna win. Hopefully someone who really like loves the game will win this flag today.
Hopefully it will be hanging somewhere in the world. And
yes, if you win it, we would love to see some photos of you hanging it up in your room or on a flagpole or wherever you're gonna have it. We'd love to see that.
Just please don't bring it to any demonstration, please.
No, please don't do that. No.
Only in Oklahoma.
Exactly. So we will be doing a little giveaway of that. Thank you, Davido, for graciously donating yet another one of the flags as well. We know how much it means sentimental-wise to you and your team, and we'll get that giveaway probably started shortly.
I believe
in a moment once I get
we need to wait for actual picking the winner until the Pavel's part, because
we're gonna do it.
Pavel still needs to sign it, man. Come on, calm down a little bit.
Right. Okay.
I know you're excited, but
I'm sorry. I'm hyped up with the chat. I'm excited as well.
I mean, if you want, you can start the giveaway now, but then you will have to remind it frequently until the end of the stream.
That's true.
Which you're probably gonna do anyway. So up to you, man.
So chat, if you're okay with that, we're gonna hold on a little bit. We will hold on a little bit. We'll wait towards the end till we do the giveaway. But yeah, so make sure you stick around on the stream today towards the end as well for this giveaway of this wonderful flag of Oklahoma. Which, speaking of, we're still trucking through right now. Nimro is on his way to Oklahoma City. So
yes, sir.
Make sure, if you haven't already, add Oklahoma to your Steam wishlist. It's coming out very, very soon at 7 p.m. CEST. Now, another question here coming in for you, Davido, and a lot of people always ask this question, but you can be very generic if you like, because we don't like to kind of give out these sort of secrets, but can maybe some of our drivers and players find some surprises in Oklahoma, some things they might come across that they might not have thought they've seen, maybe a few little hidden things around the map?
Hidden roads? Yeah,
maybe hidden roads, maybe an Easter egg, yeah, whatever.
We always try to do something like that. Sometimes more, sometimes less. But after the success of the mountain hidden road in Montana,
that one was amazing.
That was good.
You remember that
one?
The long one with the very tight cross over the wooden bridge.
Yeah. We try, as I said before, we try to do that in every DLC, so you have to keep on yourself, and maybe you will find something interesting at this time. Maybe not exactly the mountain hidden road, because there are no mountains on Oklahoma, obviously. But
it's pretty flat.
Yeah, maybe you will find something else, such as, I don't know, some forest road or field road, maybe a settlement.
Looking forward to finding them in our Let's Play episodes, man.
That's it. We're not gonna give away any hints or secrets here. We're gonna let you find that. We're gonna let you, explore Oklahoma for yourself, and we won't give away any secrets this time. But if you do find something, then maybe send us a little DM on social media or something like that. We'd love to know what you found or what you're exploring across Oklahoma. Of course, don't ruin it for everybody, but
I can say that
it'd be great to see.
I can say that we have definitely have done the most. I would say the most hidden roads in this
Really?
DLC.
Oh, really? Okay.
Ooh,
Now I'm interested.
So expect more.
Maybe
Expect more.
some is here.
It's everywhere. Just take a right, take a left.
There's no hidden road, but actually you are getting closer to one of the new. I wouldn't call that feature, but a new thing in our
Turnpike.
ATS.
Turnpike tolls,
it's a
yeah.
turnpike or toll gate.
Yeah, we touched on this.
It was for the first time that we have to
$9.
handle this, because it's not. It's really unique.
For Oklahoma.
Yeah, Oklahoma is one of the few states that still use the toll gate system, and Kansas will be the next one. I think.
Mhm.
So we
Right.
had to manage to create these new toll gates. We've got some inspiration from the Euro, but it works on a little bit different here in ATS. So it was quite challenging, and hopefully it will be working right.
I mean, it just cost me $9, so
it took his money. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember writing up I think the blog for it a little bit, and I remember also it being mentioned that I think Oklahoma's in the process of making everything modernized with digital and scanners and license plates readers, but there's also some still leftover kind of older ones, and that's why it was kind of decided to leave some of the older designs of the old turnpike kind of toll booths and stuff as well, to kind of show both the kind of a little bit of the past and the present and the future as well, which is really, really nice to see. I think a lot of people appreciate that, because of course we have such a range of people playing our games from older to younger, and many people remember different things about.
And there is
states.
one interesting thing about the turnpikes, that when we were searching or doing the research of how it works, they still use manual or some toll gates, but now at the end or in the middle of this year, it changes to the electronical system.
Right.
So it was quite a busy time to switch it in the map, and we finally can do it. And
it's nice to see such modernization, or maybe I don't know how to
modernization.
call it. Modernization.
Is that a word? It is a word.
Is
right,
it a
Chad?
word? I honestly wouldn't expect this from Oklahoma State. I mean, I always kind of thought that California or these states are trying to be always first with the newest technologies and everything, but it's nice to see that Oklahoma they are going for these new approaches or processes for truck drivers as well. And I don't know if I took the right turn here, but hopefully I did.
I think you're going the right way. I think if you just stick right, I think you'll be okay here. I think you'll be good. Heading on our way to Oklahoma City. Somebody was asking in the chat, I've lost your name because we have so many people chatting in here, but thank you everybody for all of your little questions that you're asking here as well. But somebody was asking, did you yourself, Davido, or any of your team members have the opportunity to visit Oklahoma to do any sort of research?
We didn't have that chance, but maybe there still be ahead of us, because we are planning. Hopefully I can say that.
Yeah, you can. I believe it's not a secret that from time to time we as a company are sending you guys over the ocean to actually see and witness and encounter and experience these states you are going to sooner or later work on. So you are about to leave for a trip to the US with your team pretty soon, right?
We have been planning the journey to the United States at the end of the September.
Hey.
Maybe you
I'm
don't
not
need to
able to
name.
say
You don't. Maybe you don't need
the
to name all the
states.
states. You know,
All
you're
the
gonna
states.
visit in this purpose. You know, to not
Yeah.
spoil everything. But
But maybe we will visit the Oklahoma as well,
okay.
retrospectively.
Mm. Yeah, I imagine that would be quite nice for you, not only to maybe possibly in the future go back and rework a few little things
Yeah.
or something like this, but also to see kind of how it matches up against the work a little. I know it must be a little bit trippy in a sense to kind of go somewhere that you are so familiar with, but you've never actually visited before.
Yeah.
In
Actually,
your
that's
life.
always something I wanted to do.
Yeah.
So hopefully it will be a real idea for me. And
You have to.
too bad I'm not.
You guys have to send us some photos and everything so we can
Of
post
course.
about it on the social media channels.
No. Forget sending us photos. Take us with you. I mean, that's even better.
Oh yeah.
Well, come along. We'd love to see it. We'd love to see it. But no. In reality, I'm sure it's going to be a very exciting trip. But at the same time, there's going to be a lot of work happening as well, behind the scenes as well, as you travel around. Is there any places in Oklahoma that you're like, I actually can't wait to see this with my own eyes? Or that you would love to see?
Definitely the Oklahoma City,
Oh yeah.
Tulsa,
The Beavers
Bend
Bend
State Park.
Yeah, I would love to see that. I would love to see at least some of the water bodies as well, because Oklahoma is quite famous for a lot of dams and lakes and ponds, right?
A lot of man-made kind of lakes, right, with all the dams that they've had there. Huge. Really, really big. Absolutely. And I'm not sure if you can give any hints or say anything. It's completely up to you, but is there any hints to maybe what possibly your team might be up to next? I know you've kind of given us a hint about going out to the States.
I can't say that, of course, at this moment, but what I can say is that my team is fully interested in the new project, and I hope that we will be releasing a new teaser very soon.
Oh yeah.
And
Very excited to see.
I would say that maybe many people will be surprised what the direction we decided to go, because there is a many direction we can go after the Kansas.
Mm-hmm.
And
So chat, Egypt confirmed. No,
Egypt.
I'm just joking.
Manitoba confirmed.
Whoa! Well, I'm very excited for what the future holds. Of course, another project on the way.
People in the chat.
Chat just throwing so many countries now into the.
Chile confirmed, Cuba confirmed.
It could be anything, chat. It could be absolutely anything. I mean, you could probably take some guesses. It's good to see. Very excited to hear from you, and we look forward to hearing more from you in the future. Of course, I'm sure this won't be the last time that we have you in our studio, and also talking to you as well. And of course, in the future, we'll be very excited to hear what happened on your trip out to the US with your team as well. And speaking of the team, I'm sure many of them now are gathering in the office space in the kitchen area to kind of get ready for the release and enjoying some nice food and drinks, which I'm sure you're going to be enjoying as well very, very soon.
What's on the menu?
Do you want to give any kind of... Oh, what is on the menu? Is there a menu?
No, Alex, there's no menu. I was like, what's for dinner?
Oh, okay. What is for the menu? I'm not too sure.
What is on
Do
the
you know?
menu, David?
What is the menu? I guess, or I heard that it will be onion burgers, which is something typical food in
Onion
Oklahoma.
burger. Oh,
Onion burger.
Onion
Okay.
burger.
So does it mean there's no meat, but just onion
No,
ring? Like in
there
it,
is a
or-
meat and cheese
Just
and
one
onion.
big onion and bun.
I don't know. But me and Alex, we're gonna miss it anyway. So,
Yeah.
but sounds
No, I'm
good.
not
Sounds good.
That wouldn't
I'm not the
be
biggest
much,
fan of onions, so-
much famous.
But yeah, as many of your team gather there to enjoy some onions, raw or cooked. I mean,
Some
medium rare,
onions.
whatever you like. Medium rare onions, whatever you like. Would you want to give a shout out to any of your team or to the community as well while you have a few more minutes with us?
Once more.
That was a question for you.
I was
He got
reading
lost.
the
He
chat.
got lost
Sorry.
in the chat. He got lost in the chat.
You're
Onion
good,
and
you're good.
garlic.
I was asking while you have a few more minutes here in the studio with us before you disappear, Do you have anything you'd like to
Actually,
shout out to your team?
Sorry to interrupt
To my
your
team,
question. Yeah, go for it. I will ask him later.
I would like to
Okay.
thank to my team. I think they did a really good job, and they will be rewarded if Oklahoma sells well, of course. And to the community, I would say that hopefully you will enjoy the new DLC. Hopefully you will like it. We worked really hard, and yeah, that's all.
Awesome.
All right, thank you so much. Nimo, what did you want to say? What was your question?
I just wanted to ask, like, which or where could I actually find the new bass factory?
Oh yeah, I want to see that.
If it's this one,
It's in Tulsa.
it's in Tulsa.
Mm.
The Yelko? Yelko?
Yelko.
Are we gonna have a little,
Let's
little
go there.
fly over there, or are we driving?
I will teleport myself there. Chat, if you don't mind. Then I
Chat,
will do
close your
trick.
eyes, real quick.
And show the inside the bus factory, because I think it's
Yeah, that's
something special and unique. We don't do that often in the game,
Mhm.
so I'm glad we can manage to do it in Oklahoma. It's really nice and unique.
You going the right way. You're not gonna go to a different.
I don't know if
country
there if there is a
Oh, there we go.
hard parking spot inside the bus factory, or you can just to pick up a new job. I'm not sure at this time.
You will see. I'm holding a flatbed trailer, so I'm not sure if they can actually load anything on that. But maybe they can. The cabins, right? The hoods of the bus. I
Yeah.
believe you can transport them on the
Mhm.
flatbed.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see.
Let's have a look.
The new whole bus and the roof, or I
The
don't know how
whole
it's
bus, Alex. Like, let's hold a whole bus.
A whole, but I don't know if I can handle that sort of responsibility. I'm gonna be honest.
I mean, it's gonna be empty.
Still. You know.
Okay. But look how many of them they have.
Oh, here it is, though. Wow, it's such an iconic thing to see in the US as well, because
Yeah.
it's like, for me anyway, personally, one of the first things when I think of like the United States, you think of like very iconic things. The yellow school bus is always one of those things.
I mean,
that
the
you
same
think
the
of.
same
You've seen
goes
it in
for
movies and everything.
England, right, and the United Kingdom. Like, you imagine the double-decker buses as well.
Yeah, the red double-decker buses, absolutely. Yeah, I thought you were gonna say something else then, like tea or something like that.
No,
We'll go
no.
with the double-decker buses.
We know you guys
But,
are. We know you guys like to throw it into the water anyway. So
Hey, we don't throw it into the water; they pushed it into the water. Okay, there's a big difference. Big
okay. Security check.
Look at
might
this.
proceed. Okay.
The size of this, you can only imagine, the operation
It's
and the
huge.
scale here, because look how big it is. Look how many buses there are.
I want to drive
Wow.
there, actually.
So where can we actually see the inside of it?
But if
Is
you
there-
want to
is there a
see
place we can
the inside of the bus factory, you are going the wrong way.
I'm always going wrong way. Yeah.
Oh,
See.
listen, got you baited. It's because the barriers are off. That's why. We're going completely the wrong way.
Can I make this turn? Can
Here
I
we
make
go.
this turn? Yeah. Okay.
You're good. You're good. You're good. Okay,
I mean, the
okay.
cables were not really happy about my turn, but
Yeah,
they
and go
survived.
left.
Let's have a look
Here
here.
to the left.
Is it through this like warehouse door here on the left? I think. Let's have a look. Have a little peek. We can see inside.
This is a quite interesting area
that.
because you can find the
You can actually,
airport
I believe you can
behind
even
us.
you can even pick up the cargo in it, right?
Yeah.
By these doors.
I guess you can pick that up. And
Let's release.
I'm
the
not sure
drone.
if you can park. If there is
Yeah,
a
look at
hard
this.
parking here.
I believe it's
so
only
cool.
for
The amount of details.
picking up the cargo as of now, but not parking it. Or
Yeah,
I might be
This
wrong.
trailer you can pick up.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, the amount of detail here. This is what I was saying about the digital screens that you have
Look
on
at
the
that, all the
on the
seats.
floor there, all the moving parts and everything. So they assemble the entire bus here, right? The engines,
This guy is
and the
hiding.
seats,
This
and
guy is
everything.
hiding from work. See,
It's cool.
he thinks we don't see him.
He's
They
scouting the
must, they
seats.
must sort of. It must roll off a lot of buses each day. I wonder how long it takes them to create like a whole bus. A few days? Are they painting that?
I don't know. He's like putting tires on it, I guess.
He's pretending painting.
His supervisor's watching. He's pretending to what? He's like, oh, it's the boss is here. Quick, look busy. Look really, really busy.
Okay, let's see what jobs they can put on my flatbed trailer here. So yeah, I believe we are actually getting at the end of the first part. Alex.
Yes, we are. Time has gone so
Time for you
quickly.
to get some onion.
Onion burgers for the team.
burgers.
I'm sure you're looking forward to it. But Davido, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you
It's
for
always
having
a pleasure
me.
having you on
Did
the
you
stream.
sign that?
Yeah.
Okay.
You did? Good. You got your name signed, sealed and delivered. There it is. And again, congratulations to you and
Thank you.
to the team and everyone involved on this fantastic expansion for American Truck Simulator, the Oklahoma DLC, which releases today. I'm sure you and your team are going to have a big celebration, but then after all that, it's back to work again. I'm sure it'll be another busy day in the office tomorrow. So enjoy it while you can, and we'll let you disappear for the time being. Thank you so much again. Anything else you'd like to say? Any final words to the community?
Just buy and enjoy the new DLC.
Let's go.
I like it.
I hope you
Keeping
will
it
like
simple.
it. And
Simple.
it will be
working,
nice.
nice.
Nice a piece into your edition.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Well, chat, that is the end of our first segment of the stream today. But do not go anywhere because we're not stopping the broadcast. We're bringing in another special guest into the studio, who's going to be another member from the SCS team who's also worked a little bit on Oklahoma, but specifically on assets, I believe, right, Nimir?
Yes, sir. It's gonna be how you guys call
Paulie.
it? Paulie, little Paulie,
Paulie.
or just Paulie or little Paulie. I believe he's on our internal communication channel. He's actually little Paulie. Is a nickname there or something like that?
Little Paul, because
Paul, okay.
you know his name is Pavlicek,
Oh,
which
yeah, okay,
means
yeah,
in
which
Czech
means-
Little Paul.
Got it. Well, he will be up next here with us on the stream, so do not go anywhere. And of course, a little bit later on as well, we will also be joined by the CEO of SCS Software, Pavel Shabor, who will be joining us for all of his thoughts and questions as well.
At least I can
And of
skip this
course as well-
horrible parking.
That's it, yeah. And of course, we'll be as well live for the release of Oklahoma, happening at around 7 p.m. Central European time. That's right, we're counting down the hours now because we're approaching 5 o'clock. So a couple of hours to go. So definitely stick with us. We've also got some giveaways and more in the future. So we're going to take a quick 5-minute breather. We will be back very, very shortly. So we'll see you then. Take care, everybody.
See you soon.
Bye bye.
Bye.
And we're back.
Hello, everyone.
guys.
Welcome
Hey.
back. Yo. We're here. We're back again. If you're joining us.
Alex, hold on.
Yes.
Did you just teleport it? Did you just teleport to a different location? You changes your background, man. You can't
did,
fool me. You can't
but-
fool me.
Is it good? See, something happened on the live webcam that was behind me, and I don't know if anyone noticed.
That was actually live.
But suddenly,
webcam?
it was a live webcam of Oklahoma City.
That was
and
a
then
okay.
it suddenly switched to some press conference, and there was just like this lady with a microphone on the screen behind me, so I just had to quickly change it without anyone noticing.
It was
during
an
the stream.
official raid from like Oklahoma City local municipality,
it
and
about?
you,
Oklahoma was raiding us.
you switched it, bro. You turned it off.
Yeah.
So I quickly got rid of that. Yeah, but welcome back, everybody. If you're just joining us, welcome to the official Oklahoma release live stream. That's right. It's a new month. It's a new state. August 1st. We're only a couple hours away from the release of this highly anticipated addition to American Truck Simulator.
Like literally a couple
we just
of
had,
hours.
yeah, literally, and we just had Davido, the Oklahoma map lead, with us answering some questions. But now we're joined by a brand new guest who's first time with us in the studio, Paulie.
Is it your
If
first
that
time?
is your preferred name?
Is it your first time?
My first time,
For
yeah.
some reason, I had.
First time.
For some reason, I
yeah,
thought.
you remember? Yeah, it's right. But I was here only for the Czech internal some Discord.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
For the vidcast we are doing
Yes.
for the rest of the teams. Oh yeah, because for some reason I thought that you've been already here in the developer interview or something like that streams.
Mm-mm.
You
I
should-
was
you should
only in
come.
a short. Maybe you remember me from some short video about announcement of Oklahoma. This was made.
Oh,
and I
yes.
was the main star.
Yeah, I
right.
remember
Yeah,
that
my
we did it for
30
the
seconds of fame.
Yeah. Did you get famous by that?
No, not at all.
Like 100,000 new
follower.
followers.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember
Well, it's
that.
great to have you.
We did.
Great to have you with us on the stream.
We
Yeah,
did that one for
super
the Czech
excited.
and Slovak Games Week on Steam, right? That was the first time we released this announcement of Oklahoma.
Yeah, that's right. It was.
Yeah, time
It's
flies,
not even
man.
a year ago.
Yeah, time
Yeah.
flies. It feels like
Wow.
yesterday, but it was like nearly a year ago.
That's it. We're here at the release right now. That's crazy. And it's crazy. And now full-time streamer on our stream. Look at that.
Mhm.
It's great to have you. Well, thank you for being here. And I think this also might be another first. This is the first time we've had a map asset specialist on our stream, Nimiro. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Oh, no.
Had a lot of people.
I think you
No?
you couldn't because this position is like a extra.
Okay.
It's nothing we have. Some. Okay,
Okay,
so
then it's the first time.
yeah,
Okay.
first
So it
time
must be
this
the first
position, but maybe someone from Assets already joined this.
Yeah, I
streams.
believe someone from like the general
Uh-huh.
asset team has
Yeah.
been in one of our previous release streams, but I'm not really
Possibly.
sure, man. I'm getting
Possibly.
old. I'm getting old.
That's it. We've done a lot of streams. We've done a lot of streams.
That's
but
right.
otherwise, no, it's great to have you along. Thank you so much for
Absolutely,
being here. And also, love the shirt, by the way. I think it's the first time we've had a little
Oh.
glimpse of the Oklahoma shirt. Look at that. It's looking good. I love the design of that. Been very, very nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but this one
I'm
is
sure a lot of people wearing those.
this
This
one
was
is
made
only
by
for
one of
for
our
the
guys.
for the
in our
internal team.
Mhm.
It's very cool.
And then
I
there
like
is
it a lot.
the other one.
Yeah, this is the other.
Look at
one.
that.
This is the second design. Yeah.
Yep, and this is the limited edition design. One of one.
Yeah.
No, it's looking good. I like it. Well, it's great to have you here, and maybe for those who don't know kind of what you do at SES, maybe you'd like to introduce yourself a little.
Yeah,
Paulie.
of course, of course. My position is a bit special. I came up from map design, so I was a
Oh.
former mapper and created things like you see on a screen now. And but I was interested in like not making the assets. I'm not a 3D designer. I can't work with some programs for it and create that. But I can think about them, and that was the idea of my position. So then I was asked to do it after 2 releases of some DLCs. I work on Wyoming and Montana, and then I was asked to do it like for the full-time job, to think about
Wow.
assets, to create some designs, yeah, but not creating the 3D thing, only the
Mm.
ideas. and to consult them, because I know like many of them by name, by shapes, or what we have already, what we don't have, what we need, and so on, to create the USA. So
Got it. That sounds like a pretty big job. I'm not gonna lie. You're kind of creating a little bit of a connection, right, between different members of the team to have these designs brought to life in American Truck Simulator.
Yeah, that's right.
Wow.
We have already.
Do you feel like it's a lot of pressure?
No, it's not. It's, for me, it's like great job. Yeah, I like it because I like to being stuck in the middle of something. Like, you can discuss it with the one part of the teams or the second. Yeah, so
that's awesome. That's really, really cool. I did not know that, and it's my first time learning about it as well, so forgive me if I have quite a few questions as well about it.
Just ask anything.
It's great to see. Yeah. It's great to see how much the team is growing, and you know, all these new and different supporting roles to kind of help bring these maps together, because each role is as important as each other in these kind of scenarios. You know, everybody helping each other out with little bits. Every person counts when it comes to Oklahoma and to also any map that we're working on. So it's very important. But I mean, just want to kind of get your general thoughts first off. How are you feeling about today? You know, being involved with Oklahoma. Is it quite an exciting day for you to kind of see a lot of your work come to life? Or
kinda, but I saw it already. Yeah, under the hands of my super skilled colleagues, which can really make the 3D models. So I've watched every of these models, like from the very basic shapes to the real thing, or virtually real thing. So it's not first time I see the map or everything. I know the Oklahoma very well in the map, and but it's first time we are publishing the whole map. So of course I'm super excited, but also kind of nervous, because I hope we didn't make any mistakes. But everything was double checked, so it shouldn't be.
Yeah, I mean, you know, there always will be some minor things that you would be able to polish until forever. But I believe from what we've been able to, you know, show to the community, and even me with Alex, what we've been able to drive through so far and to see from the Oklahoma DLC, I believe you guys did an amazing job. Everything looks so cool.
Yeah,
it does. Yeah, it looks really, really good. And well, it's great to see so much of your kind of like work coming to life in Oklahoma. And you're kind of mentioning about how you're, you know, designing these things, and then somebody, you know, actually brings them to life. Do you know kind of how many of these designs that you've created have made it into Oklahoma? Do you kind of have like a rough estimate? Would you say all of them, or kind of a handful of them, or
of what? Like
of assets,
ideas?
like or ideas? Yeah,
I think most of them. Yeah, most of these things we wanted are there, and some few minor things didn't came to life. Yeah, but they are just minor things. They weren't that necessary. But you see those maybe some pillars here. Yeah, they are the landmarks for the Delta. Yeah, that's what came to life.
Oh, right. Okay, so you're...
How does it actually work? Like you see these...
Explain. This particular asset was made like from the scratch. Okay, can fly to it. You saw already the smaller one. Yeah, it was like few minutes ago, and now this is the large one, and this was asked by Mapper, so he won it. We didn't know that there is this thing, and he built the junction, saw this thing, asked me to do it, and then we did it. Yeah, that's all.
So where do you guys get any like references for these special things? Like
don't know if I can make the I can name the company, but maybe you know them. It's something like a big browser, and yeah, they have their own maps, and we are searching the maps.
Is it that easy?
Yeah.
Okay.
The research department in our company do the research about the layout of the map, which cities we will include, and then the Davido you saw previously come into the map and start to do the rough layout of the cities, come up with the junctions and every cross we need to have there to make it to make sense. And then also he will come up with first list of some assets we will create, those landmark ones, like you see here, those pillars of the junction, which is currently in a construction in Tulsa. I'm not sure how it looks like today, but the reference we had was from maybe half a year ago. So it looked like this. We made it like this. Maybe in a few years there will be, or a few months, there will be brand new junction. But we will have it like this. Maybe we will update it one day. I don't know. Yeah. But
Got it, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait a
the
minute.
reference was this.
Can I actually drive on
No,
this?
it's blocked.
Nah.
But yeah,
Come on.
I was thinking about it too. But you will just fall down. I don't know why to do it, but it can be fun. But the delivery will be ruined.
That would be a perfect ramp for, for a stunt.
That's,
Absolutely,
yeah.
yeah.
When we will create the stunt truck simulator, it will be a good idea. Yeah,
Maybe one day we'll make it happen.
just
So
dreams.
just kind of to get it right with your role, you said the map designers have that idea of having, for example, those pillars.
Yeah, but
And then
most
they come
of
to you.
most of the main landmarks came from the first layouts, and then the mappers come into the cities and found some more. Yeah, we can't
Got it.
cover all of it by just one person or a few researchers, but the one mapper who is building the city for a few months is the person who will come up with more landmarks or some requests for assets he needs. Like you see here, this is the toll gate. Also, this was from the scratch, also already known that we need to do it, and then some mappers who did it came with some ideas for details or some additional models to these toll gates in Oklahoma. So it works
Got it,
like
okay.
we come up with the basics and then the mappers come with more.
As they kind of continue to develop it, and the map becomes a bit more mature, and they say, right, we need to change this a little, or we would like this now, or it would look better if it was this way, right?
But the
So
layout,
essentially, are you kind of given a list, or
yeah, we have a list.
yeah?
And then we are adding some things to it, but the most of those needed things needs to be known in advance.
Of course, yeah. So I can imagine they take some time. Imagine obviously some of the larger assets and ideas, like bigger landmarks and such, would take a bit more time to create than the smaller ones.
Yeah, but most of these assets are already in a game. You recognize the fence, maybe the trees or the road. Yeah, it is the same thing. Some lamps are the same thing on every truck stop, so we don't make new ones for every DLC. Yeah, if they are not different somehow. But what you can see are maybe some new billboards, for example. The Super Juice advert was introduced in a Montana DLC, I think. So the billboard was from Montana, like the asset is, the model is from Montana, but it can be used everywhere. So the Super Juice is our general brand for juice in whole America. But you will see some new ones made for Oklahoma, and they are just some landmark looks, and also some generic ones which can be used in future DLCs also. Maybe we will see something here. But
So kind of thinking ahead about variations and such like that as well, to kind of keep it fresh and not too repetitive in places with those kind of bigger ones that players will notice, obviously, right? They're going to notice the billboards, as you say, and kind of see the brand, etc., right? Yeah, no, it's very important, and it's very interesting to learn about as well, actually.
Yeah, I think that's why I do the job, because I'm interested in it. I find it interesting.
No, and it's great. It's so great to have like passionate people like you on the team that kind of help contribute to make the maps how they are, because those little details count, and people do notice.
Yeah.
Trust me, like me and Amiro know, we see it on social media a lot, on Twitch, and people are always like, oh, this little detail might be just a little bit off or something like this, and you get feedback about it. But
Oscar is in the chat,
more
by the
so
way.
than ever, we see lots of people praising the details and stuff that is being done right, which is always very, I imagine, rewarding when you do see those kind of comments from the community as well. So no, honestly, great job on that. Would you say there are any like kind of particular challenging aspects of your job when it comes to assets?
Yeah, I like the making the generic ones. There is a difference between types of assets in our game. Yeah, you can see those pillars maybe under the bridge. These are generic ones, which can like be in every state. Yeah, they are same in all America, for example. So we can make them once with some variations and using them like for every bridge. But they are those landmark ones, which are only on one place or for some state. Like you see the GNA logo here on the sign. Yeah, this was for the museum. It's a landmark.
Got it. Yeah, no, I know what you mean by the bridge stuff. When you have one of those kind of bridges or one of those kind of junctions, and everything about it is unique, you kind of have to look at those details and create those.
If you look at some maybe American suburb, you will find some pattern there. Yeah, that the assets are the same. The buildings are the same. Yeah, there. Of course, there are many of them, but you will find the same architecture in most of the United States. So we can create the one building with some variations, colors, and everything, and it can be used in every suburbs like this. So it can work, and this is what I have fun with the most in my job. Yeah.
Got it.
To creating this and try to combine those one building into one building, like that generic asset. Yeah.
Got it. And yeah, that definitely sounds interesting. Trying to find those little places that are unique or where you can replicate different assets as well. Like you said, a lot of architecture and stuff can be quite similar across the US, but there's also as many the same, also as many different, because there's lots of different things about each state.
So and that's the reason why I have this job, because
yes,
it's for every country the new generic assets, but we call them assets, but we maybe better understand the word models. Yeah, like
models. Yeah.
So these generic models are for every DLC some new. Yeah, we find something new in Oklahoma, in some new future things. It was in Montana, it was in Wyoming. Some architecture which is for this current state. And some of them can be used in the future or was used in previous. Yeah. But we try to every time to like make those unique locations with the landmarks, of course. Now you're in the depot, parking, but in front of the Namiro, if he turns his camera, there is a school, which is landmark 1 for Oklahoma City. Yeah.
In that one?
Oh yeah, there it is.
Area.
Yeah.
So you want me to be reversing, trying to park in, but looking that way?
Yeah.
That's a challenge.
Yeah, that's a challenge. Look at the school and park.
Yeah.
And count all the buildings in the area.
I might accidentally hit the enter keyword here.
Yeah,
I might play the areas here.
It's a challenging little spot, actually. I'm liking all the details around the warehouse as well, the crates and such like that as well.
Yeah.
It adds to the
whole
immersiveness of it. There we go.
Maybe you can guess that these assets or models are also generic ones, because we don't have like thousands of types of boxes. There are just few of them, so we can have the same in every depot where the boxes are. Yeah, but in every depot there is some unique asset.
which is really really great
Mhm.
to see. And the team that you said you work with so many different people in terms of kind of models and assets. And there were some people asking in the chat about, you know, I know you're not in the design aspect, but would you happen
Mhm.
to know, you know, what kind of software the kind of asset creators are using to create these 3D models,
Oh
or not
yeah,
really, not too knowledgeable on that?
yeah, I know, of course. I don't know if I can name it, but probably yeah.
Oh, okay,
There are
okay.
but yeah, we have the Blender,
Hmm.
but not working with it. We have the Blender tools here, I think, and
Hmm.
then there is the Maya.
Mm,
Maya is
got it.
our best friend for creating the assets. Many of the 3D designers won't agree because sometimes it can be crashy, but yeah.
You actually prepared a list of
Some locations?
some locations and
Yeah, of
models,
course, we
right?
can go through it. Yeah.
Can we take
Oh,
a look
let's
at
see
that?
them. Yeah,
Yeah, I have
yeah.
my
Let's do
paper
that.
here because I need to
So
know
one
which
should
ones
pick
I
first?
prepared. Yeah, but the number was the thing I needed to write here because we need around 600 new models to the Oklahoma DLC.
Wow.
And
Okay.
460 was the landmark ones, and the rest is the generic ones, which you will
Got it.
spot, which you will spot first time. 460 landmarks, yeah.
That's impressive.
But it can be
Wow.
like not only the buildings, but also some signs, yeah, and small details in a map.
Yeah, because
Everything.
you forget that everything you see,
Yeah.
every little thing,
Like this.
is a model, is an asset.
This is the first I wanted to mention because you will find this small detail. Also, request for one mapper. Yeah. So he wanted to have this location like super detailed. So we added these signs in the Beaver Dam or Beaver State Park.
So this is within the one of the state parks that
Yeah.
I was talking about. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the state park, right?
And
And-
this is like one-to-one recreation of the signs that are actually there in real
Yes.
life. You know, that's cool.
There.
That is really cool.
That's some dedication.
So
and,
you can
attention
really
to
like
details.
the state park is that well made that you can really go there and be driving like in reality.
Lakeview Dodge, continue on 259A, RV camping.
Oh, Nimro, you might need to move your mic with your talking because the chat can't hear you that well.
Never.
Okay.
Never chat.
Hit the mic.
It's showing the direction into the restaurant to the right. It's the direction I will be going
And
after the
it's
stream.
really lovely area as well
Yeah.
here.
Oh, okay, nice little hint. I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah, there are more of them. You see them in the background. There is another one.
Hmm.
Oh, here.
Uh-huh.
Look at that. Yeah, yeah. So this is like kind of direct all like
Yeah.
the people staying on vacation or visiting the area.
Yeah,
where to
imagine
go
like
for their cabins.
coming to
Right.
the area and you're renting cabins
Yeah.
and they will hand over your keys of cabin 19 and then you're like,
Unfortunately,
"Where
truckers
is it?"
can't because they are in their job. So sorry, guys.
Dang.
chat.
It's a shame. I was going to say, if you're like out in your house sunbathing and then a massive truck
Yeah.
rolls by your cabin.
Hauling 42
You
tons
see
of
no truck
oranges.
sign.
All right.
Very cool.
What do we
Okay,
have,
like
yeah,
it.
let's skip to some another, which is more for truckers, I think.
This one?
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
The second one. We can go in direct order.
Boom. Teleported.
Yes. Now we are on a truck stop. And
Oh.
this is the new gas roof.
Oh,
That's
wow.
all.
Okay.
Yeah. But you can recognize something different here, that there is no brand on it.
Oh yeah.
It's something
Yeah,
we,
it's
yeah,
blank.
it's something we spotted in Oklahoma and other states too, that not every time the main roof has some logo or
That's
some
true.
brand
Yeah,
on
and
it.
some like neon
And
logos
we
on
found
it.
we found it cool that it's like modern. I don't know, maybe. Yeah, but
Somebody in
it
the
looks
chat
different.
said it looks like an FBI gas station.
Yeah.
Unmarked.
Yeah.
Undercover gas station.
Most of them are black, really, but some of them are also in the colors and have some text on it, like the gas or exit or something like
I'm
this.
interested in this.
Those stands under it, of course, has some brands, yeah, so you know where you taking the gas from. But
For $1.39, I'm getting 2 of these.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
That's a good deal. That's a good deal. But I like it. This is something, when you're pulling into the gas station chat, I want you to take note of this. You know, don't just kind of look ahead of you in the cabin. Take the moment
Yeah,
to kind of look around
absolutely.
and admire all the little details here. This is something that I didn't even realize
Me neither.
about, that we're paying attention to, you know, how the roofs of these petrol station or gas stations, sorry, look like. You know, the way they're designed, if they have logos or not.
Yeah,
It's just
even
such a nice little
even
detail.
the trash
and
bins
it's quite
are
cool.
like branded.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
like a little
I like
Yeah.
that.
flower.
That's a really cool thing. I like it.
Advertisement on food they offer here in the
I
gas
think many
station.
players
And
already-
even here you have like
Yeah.
another one for energy drinks.
This is ours night, yeah.
Very cool. That's a cool detail. I like that. I like that. Thank you for showing us.
Yeah, I think many of the players already know, because these stands under the groove was already in a game, yeah. After some... Yeah, this is current models we had, but the new one is the roof. Yeah, because it's having all the times our brands, but now it will be like this. You will find, of course, those other ones with the brands on it, but when we found this, we thought that it would be cool to have it also in our game, so we had it. And
Very nice.
behind it you see some landmark truck stop building.
Absolutely awesome.
All right, let's get on to the next one. I'm excited now.
Yeah.
Donley
Let's go there.
County.
Only County.
Yeah,
okay.
this is
To visit at
something
night.
we have, like when you're driving from Texas into the Oklahoma. These are the last rest areas you will find in Texas,
Whoa.
and these are super cool. And I recommend to visit them at night because they are super well lit.
Should I switch the time?
If you can, yeah, just do it. To some darker mode.
Let's try.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
oh, they just came on. There we go.
Yeah,
Look at that.
this is a location in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, but the rest area looks like this. So very nice detail.
Very nice detail.
Also-
Love the
also
grass or
there
the
is
flowers,
some-
how they are lit up.
Yeah, some playing ground on the left side.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Again, the
Maybe
playground.
we'll go down.
Yeah, the playground is also generic asset. Yeah, the same like in every suburb or school garden or something. But the base underneath is landmark.
Ah, I see.
Ah, the design. I see. Okay. Chat is asking if you can go down the slide, Nimiro. Can we go down? Can we go down the slide?
No, I'm scared. It's too it's too tall.
It's too tall.
Sorry,
I
chat.
like it. Again, it's those little details though that you wouldn't
Yeah.
maybe necessarily
Just-
see that we're
Yeah.
getting to appreciate here on the stream. Very nice.
If you don't turn the lights on or the day on, yeah, you can skip to next location directly, and you will see another one. Oh, you shouldn't do that.
Okay, sorry.
You should have.
It's the one thing he
nights.
said not to do.
Okay.
Yeah,
I did the right opposite.
Now-
He did it.
yeah. And now we can skip to the next location
Okay.
where you will find another one.
Okay, stop yelling
Yeah.
at me, guys.
Okay.
I'm trying. I'm trying.
Yeah, yeah. Do your best. We trust you.
Oh,
Let's go.
okay.
Oh,
Now I understand why.
This is fancy.
Hmm.
Liking the colors here.
This is underground rest area building. You can
Mm.
go on a toilet underground.
Wait, is it just a bathroom or?
I think I've never been in there, so we don't need to know. Yeah,
Could be anything.
Chat, anyone been there?
could be.
But it
Yeah,
is very nicely lit up.
yeah,
Very, very
Agree.
beautiful. Very awesome. I'm liking the lighting here. Kind of reminds me of the flag almost in a sense. The red, the blue
Hmm.
with the white walls. You know,
I
the
think
colors
it
of the
should
American
be.
flag. I like that.
I think it should be more like a Texas flag, not only the American, because
Possibly,
there
yeah.
is only one star, one big
True,
star.
true, true. Yeah, I don't think they could have fit all of the
Yeah.
state stars on there. I got you. Very nice. I like that.
Okay. On the next location, we will see something very generic, and that's the model we can share in multiple DLCs because it's
Mhm.
very variable. Now it's time to for a day. Yeah.
Flashbang.
Yes. These are these low buildings, mostly the offices, sometimes shops. Yeah.
Mhm.
We found them in many places with different roofs and different like wall patterns. The windows and
Mhm.
the doors are different. So we made only few items of it with multiple variants and multiple colors and everything. And now the mappers can like replicate most of the situations in the real world in one model only. So it looked very easy. It's not very interesting, yeah, but it took us like amount of work to figure out how to create it.
But I imagine that in the overall kind of big picture, when
Hmm.
recreating a city or a town,
Yeah.
these, very much as sometimes they can be in the background, they're very important to the architecture that
Hmm.
is in many towns and cities across the US.
Yeah.
These kind of stereotypical kind of looking buildings. And I even notice here the nice little detail of this one here on the right.
Hmm.
It's on like a slant, right? You can see that it's on a little bit of a
Yeah.
hill, so it has like the slant there as well, which is a really nice little detail to add, and that just adds to the immersion of knowing where you are and it feeling familiar for
Hmm.
those who have been to that city or know that city, and obviously for us as well to recreate it in
Yeah.
detail, and that's what it's all about, right?
Hmm. That's right. Agree. So
Yeah, no,
it's
it looks
like
great.
we provide the model and the mapper will do the rest to fit it in a particular area. So
Mm,
here it is well made in Tulsa, I think. Yeah.
very cool, I like it. Again, chat, gonna remind you, when you're exploring Oklahoma, when it releases in just an hour and a half's time, look out for these little details, because there's been a lot of work put into these, which is really nice to see.
Yeah.
And here we
Oh,
have
and
some.
now I see this is a welcome sign.
Yeah.
Slowly
Loading up.
appearing.
It's loading up. It's loading up. It's loading
Slowly
up.
loading. Here we go.
Yeah. Here is on the border with between Texas and Oklahoma, and you will find these welcome signs in Oklahoma, and also, yeah, just look at it. Then we can skip to next location where you will find another one, because now we have two of them. The modern road one and this artistic one, or how to call it. You see also the first one, and behind it there is a second one.
Two.
I see. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say we're very used to the kind of the second one here behind, just the kind of standard road sign. But I think this is the first time I've seen Oklahoma kind of using a very almost like natural approach to their kind of welcome signs. I like the shrubbery and the rocks that they have designed around them. It's quite unique actually to see how they've designed their signs there.
Yeah. I'm not sure which one was first,
Yeah.
but
Which
I don't know really. But we made both of them because they are in the same locations everywhere. So
maybe someone in the chat who's from Oklahoma can shed some information or light on it. Maybe someone might know. Actually, somebody just said here, Track Haddon says, yeah, those signs have been there since before I was born, so at least 30
Wow,
years. So
okay.
they've been around for a while.
Okay,
They've been
so
there.
they're-
someone's saying the egg or the chicken. It's a great question. I mean, we don't.
we have
And the
more
chicken,
historical
okay.
landmark than I thought. That's all quite
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah, the signs are old. I gotta say, despite their age, I wouldn't have guessed that because they do look quite modern and nice. I gotta say that. I gotta say that.
Yeah, and seems like it has reference to the Indian tribes.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
that's right.
Mm.
This
In
one is-
Oklahoma, you will find these references.
This one
And this one is, yeah, for
was-
Wow.
only one area. We have now not only the welcome signs, but one welcome center.
This
There
one
are
was in the
most of
video
them,
trailer, I
but
believe, as well.
In our map scale, we could only fit at least one, yeah, of them with this cool looking welcome sign. Also, so this is the
And it
third
represents the shape of the state, right?
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
Is that,
the
is that like a
panhandle.
panhandle at the top? I
That's
like
right.
it. Yeah, I like the idea. Very cool. Don't know if you spotted that, chat. You got the design of the state there with their little
one. Yeah.
panhandle at the top there. Very cool. Very nicely made as well.
And behind it, you will find the rest area with the landmark building also there. Yeah. Landmark vending machine and landmark bird.
Ah, yeah. Very nice. And that's like the state bird there, right? The
This is the state bird, yeah. We used
Yeah.
it and as the official, like, not official, but our logo for Oklahoma State, because the state bird is something we really liked. It looks cool.
It is. Fake Mason in the chat saying, I've been to that welcome center before.
Okay.
There you go.
Nice.
So a few people
It's
who
nice that you
recognize
can, yeah,
it.
it's nice that they can recognize it.
Of course, you will recognize the building, the shape of the sign, but it's kind of new because in I think 2019 it wasn't there, the panhandle sign.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there was some older one, not that cool, but we created, of course, that which is there now. Yeah.
Very nice. Couldn't think of a better way to be welcomed into Oklahoma. So definitely make sure to stop off and have a look at some of
Yeah.
those details when you're driving through for sure. All right, let's see. I see tacos in the background, but I don't think that's the main focus. What do we have here? Oh, okay.
That's Road
here we go.
66 Museum, okay.
Yeah, maybe David also already mentioned it, but probably yeah, because this is a really landmark place in Oklahoma,
I believe
and
this
the reason
one
is that
actually-
Oklahoma has most kilometers of Route 66, I think, in whole states. So, and yeah, that's the good idea to put it.
Oh,
I remember that from
Look at
from our
glow.
video trailer that Chanda did, yeah.
Oh, it's so retro looking. It just looks so great with the lighting and the little kind of like cafe or restaurant typical chair
Yeah,
there in the
yeah.
background and the vending machine and the car and everything. Really nicely ties it all together.
Oh, there's actually another neon sign.
The
in it.
Monster Road.
Yeah, yeah. But
They got traffic lights in there too.
the vehicle is changing every time, so sometimes you will find some more modern one, but usually there should be some vintage car inside because
it.
it's a museum, not the current situation in the road.
Yeah, not the showroom. Yeah, I'm liking the Route 66 kind of
On the
like
concrete,
Yeah,
like
artwork
artwork on the
sidewalk,
ground
yeah.
there as well. Very nice there on the left.
And on the left, you will find also some small diner place where you can eat. Not you, but
Oh,
the
other
real
way.
people.
There you
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
This one? It's so small.
Yeah,
Look at this, it's tiny. Look at that.
I think it's a some historic landmark or something.
Oh right, so it's kind of
Yeah.
existed there for a very long time on the old Route 66. Is that like a part of it there?
Maybe. Not sure about this.
Hmm.
Didn't do my research properly.
I like this
Sorry.
You're good.
But we really
I like that, though.
we really looked at the lights on this building and made it like it is in a reality, so you will feel the real experience there.
That's great because obviously, again, it must be a quite an iconic thing to see when you're driving through the area and you see that all lit up at night. And obviously,
Don't worry, you
to
get
recreate that is
lost.
great.
Don't worry, you get lost because we have also billboards, adverts on those new looks for billboards in Oklahoma, which is advertising this particular museum. So,
Oh, okay. So look out for that.
uh-huh.
You can find your
Yeah.
way. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, should we head on to
yeah.
the next spot, Nimuro?
Yes,
Have a
sir.
look.
On
Yeah,
it. I got.
It's good you have the nights on because it will also look good.
I know where we are heading.
Yes.
That's
Like-
We were talking a little bit about this
Line
earlier, but I'm
bridge,
excited
right?
to see it.
Yeah.
You did
Look at
not.
this.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah. Now this is one like asset or model that I think might have been a pretty interesting one to try and recreate because of how
Yeah.
intricate and unique the design is of it. It must have been quite a challenging one.
It was a challenge, yeah. But we kind of tried to implement there the dancing mode, which
Mhm.
worked well. So we left it like this. But every time you will come to this bridge, it will have a different colors. Slightly
Oh, really?
different.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Different combination of colors.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. So we got kind of like a yellowy, purpley
I think, yeah, we have this.
color going on right now. Again, such an icon of the skyline, and for
Mhm.
those who are entering in and out of the city as well. So it's obviously one landmark that was, I guess, a must-have to have in Oklahoma for
Yeah.
sure, because of how unique it is. You know, you can't miss it. You can't miss it for sure.
Yeah. And so you know you're in Oklahoma City. On the left wall, there is also the sign Oklahoma City
Oh,
on
and
it.
the skyline.
And the skyline, of course.
The
Yeah.
skyline, look at that, beautiful. Oh yeah, you see it on the wall there.
Yeah.
Oklahoma City, I see it. All spread out there as you're driving by. I guess if they had it all bunched up, it would be too quick when you go past it, so they spread it out.
Of
Because you're
course.
traveling at speed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just to make sure you know where you are.
Amazing.
Okay. If you need more, I can provide you some. So let's go to the Mega Leicester, I think. This is very cool downtown. Very cozy, but with some huge landmarks.
It's loading up. It's loading
Let's
up.
see them.
Yeah, they are not there right now. They're just holes.
Oh,
But yeah.
Maybe we're gonna. Maybe we need a daylight for this one.
Mm-hmm.
The Majestic
It's
Center is what it's
majestic.
called.
Maybe more something like this.
There we go. Light it up.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Sorry, chat, for the
Yeah, not-
flashbangs.
And the main street is full of these buildings. So you see in the background
Whoa,
there's
what a
some
tree.
museum. There is this big apartment building, and
Mm.
I feel cozy there. Yeah, because it's not like
Yeah.
driving around the city on a highway, which is something we have in Tulsa and Oklahoma City, where you see the big skyline in the background, but now you can really experience inside of the city.
This kind of architecture kind of reminds me of a time, you know, where there was like gangsters roaming the
Oh, yeah.
streets, and they had like the open top cars, and everyone was talking with funny accents, you know. But yeah, no, very very nice, majestic event center. It almost looks like an old bank or something with those pillars like that. You know, very stereotypical of what some older banks or maybe even like a religious center might look like. But it is definitely majestic, that is for sure.
That's sure. Yeah.
Really beautiful landmark there.
And next to it is police station, so no robberies there, because yeah,
They clean up the crime.
yes, of course.
Right on hand. Yeah, again, with a similar kind of design actually there. You got the pillars on the top as
Mhm.
well. And they got a nice place there. They're living it up. McAllister Police Department. You even got like a little statue there on the left dedicated to somebody.
Hmm.
Like that.
This is for my colleague made this. She's really super skilled on making the humanoid statues, as I call it.
Like,
She likes to create the
Beasties.
humans or animals, not those abstract ones, modern ones, but she's really good at it. Yeah.
The realistic ones. Oh, it looks fantastic. Massive props to everyone involved in that. Again, the details are just superb. Really, really are to see
Yeah.
all the little, you know, things that have been added from these towns recreated in an American Truck Simulator. Chat, give us some positivity. Let us know if you're liking what you're seeing, because I'm loving it. I'm liking seeing these little details. It's really
Yeah.
nice to kind of see these little things that have been created, all these unique models and assets. Oh, did I miss something that Darius said? Chat, I'm sorry. Yes, you can, Darius. I'm gonna let you do that. No problem.
what
Okay,
was
now
he,
we're
what
heading
was he
into
asking
the
for?
Ida Bell. This is there is this cool museum. Also, this was missed by the pre-research in because it's brand new or kinda new. But the mapper who did this city asked for this museum to have it in. There's some nature history and the state history there, I think. And
Yeah,
inside,
Museum of Archaeology.
I believe we need to do another episode with Jake from Palocast Gaming and ask him about this place.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure he might be quite familiar with it.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe there's some dinosaur eggs inside of there, and they're gonna start filming a
maybe
series of movies called Jurassic Park.
maybe you can spot some hidden dinosaur inside.
There is.
Really?
There is
No
some.
way.
I
Wait, should
don't
we
know.
ruin it, or is it an Easter egg? I don't know. Ooh,
Oh, I see.
have a
I
look.
see legs.
Oh, I see something. Oh man, this is cool.
Oh yeah.
Oh, look at that. Yo, that is so cool.
Jake,
Wow.
we need you.
Yeah.
We need you once again. What
I like
dinosaur
it.
that is?
Yeah, this was idea from my colleague from the 3D asset designs.
That's awesome.
Also, he
Oh,
is
man.
author of this model, so
That looks like a really cool museum. I would love to visit there one day. Very nice.
Beautiful.
of course those posters were made by Annie. You already
Hey,
know.
shout out to
Yeah.
Ini.
And the logo.
Also, I like the
think.
design of the building too.
Yeah.
It's almost like a pyramid in the middle.
Yeah,
Like that's so
some-
unique, and having those layers
And I
of glass.
I
I
li-
wonder what the inspiration of the
I
design.
like how
was.
they are like letting everyone know it's a new building.
New building.
Yeah,
Don't miss it.
don't miss it.
Don't
Yeah,
miss
it's
it.
right
Amazing.
by the road, so you can't really.
By the way, a heads up, Nimiro, on time.
Yeah,
I'll try
of
blast
course.
through these. Pass through
Oh
these
yeah,
last few
well
if we can.
we don't need to show all of them. Like
No.
we can
That's
leave
true,
something
that's
for
true.
the community as
I can
well.
just-
Don't be greedy,
just-
Alex.
True.
Yeah, I think one more location will be good. One
Enough. Okay.
this one and one more. This can be quick, really, because this is just the park right across the street from the truck stop, and you'll find many interesting details there. This is a shout out to Mapper who did this, because we did only few minor things for it.
Do we know what
and
flags are these? Like
The flags?
yeah, these two.
These are
Never
some.
I see on an army.
These
Never-
are the
I don't
SEALs
say army on
flags.
them.
Yeah.
Never seen them. Yeah, United States Army and the other one.
A marine.
United States Marine.
This will be
Corps.
Yeah,
Corps. Okay, nice.
these are the official flags.
There is
It's,
a cow.
full of details, and this was made like a new thing. And there is also the cow, yeah. But the oil tower referring to the history of Oklahoma,
Ah.
because it was also.
So
the
it's not a
old
real
saying.
cow. It's like a.
The cow is the statue. Of course.
Okay.
It's not the living
Oh,
cow.
I see.
Yeah, it's just the statue of the cow. There is also a pig somewhere. You
A
can
cake?
spot the pig there.
A pig.
Uh-huh.
Pig.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's right behind that
Here.
lake.
There it is.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
it. There he is. Hey,
Living the life.
very nice.
All
Okay,
right.
and let's go to the last location, which is super
Yes.
cool, and I recommend
Alright.
to visit where you're heading from the Dallas into Oklahoma north. You will spot really cool big resort of like in real life they are casinos, but we have more like
Wow.
a neutral
massive
version of
bridge.
it, and it's called arcades. So we have plenty of these assets there. This is a landmark bridge which was under construction while we were doing the DLC, so we didn't know how it will look, only from some visualizations. But we tried to do it like it will be in reality, and I think we accomplished the job very well. So it looks like it is.
Love the designs on it.
Yeah, but I recommend to turn around now, because enough of the bridge. Let's look at the big things.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Okay.
Wow! Look at the size of it.
Whoa.
We
I
missed
did
that.
not
we
expect
almost
that.
missed it.
This is the resort, and you will spot it from from the truck stop right across the highway behind that bridge.
That's
yeah,
cool.
we'll have great view
That's a
of it.
big truck stop.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Look at that. Yeah. That's a really cool resort. I want to go visit there as well.
Yeah.
Oklahoma seems like a wicked
Let's
place.
roll the dice.
Yeah. I was really surprised how many interesting things there was. I thought that it's like only trees and flat field grounds, but it's not
That's
like
what I
this.
thought as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I learned
Is
You
it
were
much.
all mistaken.
Is it lit up?
That's
in
what
the
I
night?
like about my job. Yeah, to find out more about some states I didn't know anything about. Yeah. In the end, I need
That's
to
really fantastic.
really thank all my colleagues which did these assets, because they did a splendid job. Everyone. Yeah.
Absolutely. A massive shout out to all of them.
Yeah, of course.
Again, the details make all the difference. It's fantastic to see.
hmm
It really, really is. Look at that. All lovely.
I did nothing.
Lit up their truck stop.
I just came up with the ideas. They did the real job. Yeah. So.
Hey, you're part of it. You got to give some
I'm a
credit to
part-
yourself
yeah,
as
yeah,
well,
yeah.
for sure.
But I will bring them some sweets on a Friday, so we will celebrate it in our small team. Also,
Very nice. Well, speaking of celebrating, we haven't got much time left with you, and we need to let you get back to
of course,
the main
I'm
event that's happening in the kitchen. I'm sure there's a lot
Yeah.
of colleagues there
hungry.
awaiting your
so,
return.
yeah.
And, yeah, and grabbing some food as well.
Yeah.
We heard there's
Go for
onion
it.
burger. Is there anything else we're missing on there besides onion burgers?
I've heard,
I
I've
don't
heard
know,
about
I've
chips.
Seen?
Never been there yet, so don't know. But
Oh,
the
okay.
burgers are for the Oklahoma state, so with the onion.
Well, we got to get you there. Well, unfortunately, as much as we would love to keep going through so much more of Oklahoma with you, because it's been super interesting to learn about you and the people that you work with and your role and all about these fantastic models and assets that have been brought into the game, all the little details. Unfortunately, time has run away with us. So we'd like to thank you, Paulie, for being with us
And
for the past hour here on the stream. It's been an absolute privilege. It's been great having you here.
yeah, thanks a lot to inviting me. It was like fun. Yeah, I didn't know how
Yeah, no,
much I would
it's been
enjoy
really
it.
good.
Yeah. Okay, so let's
Absolutely, no, can't thank you
let's
enough.
bring the big boss, as someone
Yeah.
told us.
That's pretty
Yeah.
Yes.
after a short break. But I believe before
That's
that
it.
we gonna have a short entry from the party through Chenda's phone, I believe.
Oh, are
Okay.
we? Chanda? Are we with
I mean,
Chanda?
we don't need to bother you here for
Okay.
any more longer, but
Yeah, I can leave if you don't want me here anymore. Can leave.
no, that's not like that. That's not like
No,
that.
that's not what we meant.
That's
We'd love to
not
have
like
you here.
that,
You know?
Yeah,
I'm also not keeping you
I
hostage.
can see
you know?
Pavel. I can see Pavel through the
Nice.
glass wall of the studio that he's actually stretching out right now there, waiting for his turn.
He's getting ready.
Yeah.
He knows it's the
That's cool.
big time.
All right.
Okay.
See him.
Well, here we are.
Oh, here we
Oh.
go. Look at that. We got a live feed.
We're live feed.
This is the
This
view
is
from
the
outside our
street.
offices.
That's-
Look at this.
Chenda, don't jump, please. Don't jump. Hey,
And
everyone.
here is
Enjoy.
many of our colleagues enjoying the food.
Chenda,
and the
we
drinks and
want
everything
to-
on offer
Chenda,
at each other's companies.
Chenda, we need to see the onion burgers. We need to
Look
to
at
see it. Show us
So
the
great to
onion
see somebody
burger.
with,
Show us the
everyone
onion
enjoying
burger.
themselves.
Oh my god, I'm getting hungry. Oh my, look at that,
Oh,
Alex.
don't show us. That's not what we want to
Hey.
see. That looks too good.
That looks
but,
very
it looks
good.
Really great. Everyone enjoying in their food. Got corn on the
Oh
cob
my
there as
God,
well.
they-
Oh man.
They have some beers. Come on, man. We're missing the action again.
Mm,
Again.
shame.
But if you don't know, chat, this is the release party where
I'm
a lot
sad
of our
now.
members of our team come together to celebrate the release of Oklahoma, and we enjoy each other's company with some food and drinks that have been provided by the company until the release in just about an hour's time. Time is ticking for sure.
Yeah.
But always great to see
That's
so many of our
right.
colleagues here enjoying themselves.
Well, Paulie, thank you so much once again.
Thank you too.
Yeah, Paulie, it's been
And,
great.
Go grab some of these tasty-looking burgers.
Looking great.
Yep,
Looking forward
enjoy
to
it
it.
on us.
And chat. We will we will be back in a few minutes. Okay, so bear
Yes, we
with
will.
us.
All right, take care, chat. See you in a
Okay.
few.
Bye.
And we're back
Hey,
again.
and welcome back, everybody, for part 3 of our Oklahoma official release live stream.
Return of the King.
You all back
Part
with us.
3, Return of the King.
Absolutely. We've had a great time so far on the stream, learning so much about the development of Oklahoma, and it's been great just spending time with you all. Of course, in just around about an hour's time, we're going to be releasing Oklahoma for American Truck Simulator. It's all very exciting, and the hype is beginning to build. I can see it in the chat. There's a lot of you tuned in. So if you're just tuning in for the first time, it's great to have you along. Of course, we're joined by a third and final guest here in the studio, Pavel Shabor of SCS Software, our CEO. It's great to have you here. How are you doing today, Pavel?
I'm doing great, thanks. Hello, everybody. Great to be here again, once in a while, but it's great that we are streaming so often. You guys are fantastic.
Yeah, we're famous influencers now.
Yeah.
You can call us somewhat influencers, I guess.
I'm sure we are.
Well, it's great to have you. Lots of people are excited in the chat to see you as well. And of course, to have you on such an exciting day is always a pleasure. Oklahoma, I mean, where do we begin? We've seen so much of it here on the stream from vlogs and previous as well. It looks really fantastic. And we've been learning, me and Namiro here on the stream, how much is actually packed into Oklahoma. And, I imagine it's quite a surprise for you as well to see how many surprises this state holds in terms of what it has in terms of industries and landmarks and more.
Absolutely.
I
think
it's great to see,
there was when we plan the way that we cross the continent, there was some concern about entering the Great Plains, and it's mostly like flat area, not so much grand natural landmarks. And when you have Grand Canyon, for the marketing team, it's easier to show the fantastic screens as opposed to some like fields and agriculture. But in the end, I'm always amazed how the team manages to find unique locations, how they get the spirit like appropriate, like correct, but at the same time finding the spicing it up through lots of unique things. There is the nod to the dinosaurs again, of course, to the ancient discoveries in the state. Again, there is so much stuff happening again. I'm always excited, and Oklahoma certainly delivers.
Absolutely. They call it the Sooner State, and I know that our chat and so many more people around the world cannot wait for it to come sooner to American Truck Simulator. You have just a little bit more to hold on, chat. A little bit more to hold on to get trucking around this exciting state for yourself. And like you mentioned, there's just so many surprises around every corner. You mentioned there the dinosaurs. I really like that. And we had a great time actually with Paulie, right, Nimiro? Just like looking at all the different models and custom assets.
Yeah,
and
that was
how busy the team's been working on it. It's been really interesting so far.
That was like for the first time that we did something like that, like bouncing from landmark models to from landmark model to another one. It was quite really awesome to hear all the background stories behind these models and how these guys were like designing them and gathering reference materials to be able to recreate them. That was really cool. We should do that often, or more often.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree more. Yeah, and you can't deny the fact that as well of how, looking back on the history of American Truck Simulator and to see how far we've come in terms of our progress on moving across the states. And it must be a little bit crazy to think about how far we have come, making it all the way over here now to Oklahoma and what the future holds as well. It must be quite kind of exciting, but also happy day for you, Pavel.
In a way, of course, it's exciting, but in a way, for many of our players, I think the pace is never, good enough. They're never fast enough, because even if we go by maybe 2 DLCs per year now, hopefully there will be some good news before the end of the year again. It's when it comes to the scale, to the size of the continent, we are still barely halfway to the East Coast. But it's good to see another piece of the puzzle falling in. It's a great day for American Truck Simulator. The important thing is that I think the process, the pipeline kind of works so well now that we have the leadership in place for the map teams. We have the research team, we have tester capacity. Everything is kind of getting to a level where we are quite predictable about the production. It's no longer just like struggle and just hopeful kind of planning that this must work, but we don't know how. The process from pre-production to post-production is really now in our hands so well. Texas was a sort of an exception. Texas, we always knew Texas was scary. Texas with the size, it basically sucked down all the bandwidth of a lot of people in the company. But now compared to Texas, anything is kind of easy. Maybe we'll be struggling again when we want to, with a new kind of bar set way higher than ever before, get to the much bigger cities, like maybe around the Great Lakes or maybe on the East Coast. We'll be, facing new challenges to squeeze all that amount of detail, all the human landscape into the game. Here, it was, I think, reasonably predictable production, and that's actually good because this allows us to stabilize the map production, but also to look beyond just map production. And while I'm not ready to share much detail, it looks like next year we're going to go into some quite exciting projects that will be a part of the universe of Euro Truck and American Truck. So things are moving around. It's not just about world exploration, which is great, and we are now paying tribute to Oklahoma, so I want to steal the thunder. But good things are happening overall, and that's fantastic.
That is great to hear, and we're excited to hear in the future, what that's all about. Of course, lots of great things in the works, but of course as well, that doesn't go without saying that SCS has grown so much in the past, and we always talk about this. I think pretty much every time we have you on here about how there's always new team members joining. We talked a little bit with Davido about some of his newer members that have been maturing in the map teams, and like you said, it's really great to see them now kind of come together and work together in a way that they understand and have all these little pieces of the puzzle together to now start working together in a great way to create these DLCs. And it's really great to see how much SES has grown as a company. I don't know what the official figure is now of how many people we have. Is it closer to 300 now?
I think I've lost track.
Wow.
Track in a bit, but we are like 320 now in the office here, plus some individuals scattered around the globe, contributing on a daily basis. So, and including the outsourcing studios that we have this sort of symbiosis that work pretty much full capacity for us. There is now close to 400 people contributing every day to the universes of the two games. So that's huge. And actually, I may have talked about it here in one of the previous streams. We are in the process of building a new home for SCS in a new office building, like half a mile from here. Not so far.
One stop by.
That's like a painful process because we are taking, I think it's over 8,000 square meters, which in feet for the American audience would be like times 10, 80,000 square feet, something in that like region. So it's a massive undertaking for us to set up in a way that will be comfortable. And the ambition, it's not like we are growing because we need to grow. We want to grow because of investors or something. If anything, we want to have more talent, more bandwidth, more capacity to build our worlds better and nicer and faster if possible. So we are opening up that possibility with finding a new office, a new home for the team that will make it even easier for us to cooperate, to collaborate, to be more connected. Where we are now in our great office, it's good, it's great. We loved it here. We didn't even think about moving on. But then as we kept growing and growing, things just caught up with us, and now it's about time to make the move. So in quite a few months, because the office is still being constructed, like the building itself is still being constructed, we'll be fitting out in the new place.
We have to do a walkthrough video. Of
absolutely, I'm looking forward to.
I think so.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, we are growing in a it's quite how do I. You grow up one team because you see there is some sort of not enough bandwidth, and you add map designers. But before you know it, that means that you need to add more, 3D model, asset people. Oh, by the way, this probably means that we should, strengthen our research capacity to feed enough of the location scouting work and all that into the process. Oh, by the way, that probably means more testing as well, because there will be more miles to test of the road. So, it's anytime you touch the size of the team on one side, you get across all the departments pretty much. So it's organic, it's natural, it's like just trying to keep the balance. But hopefully, with, as you mentioned, there's so much detail in just one state we are adding, like in a long line of states, as we are putting bigger teams into the projects, we can afford, or there's this like inclinations, this desire to show more, to give more unique landmarks, as opposed to our creations of old, where most of the world was built of generic stuff, like every building was reused 100 times from different angles, maybe at best. These days, every corner you pretty much bump into a unique structure that was built just for that location, which is crazy. I'm still kind of mentally recovering from all that. It costs. It costs manpower. It costs focus of the team. But ultimately, I think people really enjoy the authenticity. There are only a few locals who will kind of know if we are close enough to the proper thing.
Actually, quite a lot.
But this
of
gets
messages
this
in the
gets kind of the news spread across the community that people praise this place and that place, and ultimately there is more trust into this being a simulation. It's like curated. It's like I sometimes joke that it's a bonsai tree kind of version of the continent, because it's of the scale 1 to 20 scale. You have to be very selective. But whatever we choose, it at least kind of makes sense, and it makes the tourist in the player enjoy the locations more.
That's it. And I like you said about the immersion, about people recognizing where they are, the landmarks, and everything that makes driving enjoyable for people who are doing road trips, or whether they do that as a job or trucking, and the fact that they can then come to American Truck Simulator and see those same details that they recognize when they're on the road or when they've been traveling. It makes all the difference to them. And we always get so many positive comments on social media, and like Nimiro was saying in our chat, of people saying, hey, I know that road, I've driven down that road because I saw this or I saw that, and all those details add up and make such a big difference, which is really great to see. And I think you mentioned before the stream, actually, so I wanted to touch on it. You said that you yourself are a little bit familiar with Oklahoma, right? Have you ever been to Oklahoma, or you knew someone from Oklahoma, right?
I got this list from Nemiro of questions that possibly may be floating around this stream. If I have ever been to Oklahoma, unfortunately not yet, but in a way I do have a sort of a tie with the state, because back in the day when I was a student at the university, one of the girls that were English language teachers for us students from Eastern Europe was from Tulsa, from Oklahoma. I think this is the second biggest city in apart from the capital of Oklahoma City. So there is some historical connection, like historical for me, or sort of like personal connection. I was aware of locations in the state way before I was aware of much anything concerning the USA. So yes, Oklahoma for me has a special place in my heart.
Which is really lovely to hear. And not only that, but for also a little bit of Czechia, also Prague as well is in Oklahoma, I've heard.
Yes, there is a small, I don't know how to call it, if it's a town or
sister
city
town
or whatever, but according to the history, I believe it was kind of established by people who actually left the Czech Republic and moved to Oklahoma, and they started let's say maybe they started with settlement, village, maybe it's a town, or maybe even it can be called a city nowadays. But yeah, there is a place called Prague as well in Oklahoma.
So for us Czechs, the USA is scattered with these communities coming from Bohemia, from Moravia, from Slovakia, the either regions of current Czech Republic or former Czechoslovakia. There was a lot of immigration happening through the years in the bad times of 1910s, 1920s, 1930s in the crisis. People were looking for new place to restart their lives. So I'm not sure which like historical epoch this settlement comes from, but our team here, I think they got quite intrigued. So learning about this, they wanted to portray it in the DLC. There is even this, is it mural or what is it that they?
I believe, yeah.
The art mural.
That's
Yeah,
kind of playfully, hopefully, respectfully integrated in our
team, the
own
Oklahoma
version
team,
into the game. That's the thing with the murals. These are artistic creations, so we just don't want to steal an artist's creation and put it one to one exact replica into the game. We playfully on the topic or on the style create something of our own. This is actually in a way for the team creating.
Look at that! People are trying to get to Oklahoma by any way.
These artistic creations. It's a reward that they can be more creative than just replicating something one to one. But I think people from Czech Republic or people who have some family like history connected to Central Europe, who are now the citizens of USA playing our games, may appreciate this kind of tribute.
Yeah, I really like that. It's a nice little kind of personal touch to the city, the sister town or city or whatever you want to call it. But I've seen some little shots from the trailer. I believe it's included in there from Prague itself in Oklahoma, and it looks really, really nice. So it's always nice to have that little personal connection there, and to hear about it as well. And it's great to hear that you have some little personal connections as well there from your past as well. And maybe who knows in the future if it ever happens on your busy schedule to return to Oklahoma to kind of see some of the areas there as well. I know some of the map team are due to go out there. We were talking to the video a little bit earlier about some of their plans in the future as well, which is always exciting. And of course, Oklahoma as well is part of the Great Plains as well that we were mentioning about some of the states that are included. And actually wanted to talk a little bit about, I think there's a bundle coming out, right? That's going to be a part of this release as well with Oklahoma, which is the Great Plains bundle.
Yeah, we usually will try to think about the new releases in context. Back when we released Texas, we also did a little bit of a motivational kind of bundle, throwing in some related states and interesting content to spice it up. But at the same time, adding a little bit of a discount on top of it makes it possible for people who are truly loyal to buy most of our stuff to actually get the newest creation with a little bit of a discount. It's like a nod. It's not like truly massive discount, but still, it's a nod from us that thank you for being so loyal to be with us so thoroughly through all the content. So we thought, okay, with Oklahoma, it shouldn't be stranded. It shouldn't be just like released in isolation. So as of today, we'll be launching on Steam a bundle. I think in the end, the name was settled on Great
Plains
Calling.
Yeah.
Because we don't have all of the Great Plains yet, of course. We are kind of we've entered the region, but there's still a few more states to cover. But if you already own pretty much most of the content, then it's certainly really nice to have a little bit of a discount on the newest one. And if not, and people want to go, bake into the universe of American Truck, still again, it's something that the discount may be more rewarding for them to get it. It's the kind of bundle where Steam truly shines with bundles, where you don't have to worry about whatever you already own from the bundle. If you own it, you don't pay for it again. If you don't own it yet, then you only pay for whatever it's not still in your Steam library. So with Oklahoma, we of course still need to go a little bit north over the year, over the next couple of years. I don't know, to cover all of the Great Plains ultimately. But if you are into buying Oklahoma today, and if you already own most of the states around, then it totally makes sense to think twice before you click buy, and get this little bit of a discount as a way of us saying thank you for being with us.
Absolutely, no. Always thankful for your support that our community gives us. So be sure to be on the lookout for that bundle that will be on Steam as well at the release of Oklahoma in just 35 minutes time, or around that time. We'll be heading over
Something like
to
that,
the
yeah.
live stream of the offices there. Time is going quickly today, I gotta say. It's very, very exciting today, and with over 1,700 of you tuned in on our Twitch right now from around the world, we appreciate you, and we love to have you here. So thank you so much for supporting us, and we're very excited to release Oklahoma as well for American Truck Simulator. As you can see here, it looks fantastic on the screen, and it really, really is great to have all your support. So thank you everybody here in the chat and everyone that's watching so far. And well, speaking of the future, we know right now in the present, Oklahoma, it's a great DLC, and we're really, really looking forward to it. But is there any hints you can give us about what the future may hold for American Truck Simulator, Pavel?
Well, the near future has already been either totally revealed or teased. People obviously would know about Kansas.
Yes.
People may have an
Yes,
idea
they do.
from the one
Teaser
block
we did,
tease we did
yeah.
a few days ago that you know we still are in the
Following
Great
the-
Plains,
Yeah.
going further north.
Yeah.
Overall, of course, anything can happen, but actually the thinking is more about a push towards the Great Lakes, more about like, I would say in a way following Route 66 in a like big massive kind of wave across the continent. You know, you mentioned if I ever make it to Oklahoma, I may actually, because I think one day in my bucket list there is this idea of going this kind of
The Road 66.
classical either Road 66 drive, or you know the East Coast to West Coast massive
Oh,
road
yeah.
trip where
Oh, yeah.
you know you taste the continent, you go through the diverse landscapes. So that may happen one day, maybe when I'm not so involved in business, who knows. But for us, the goal, of course, ultimately is to cover as much of the continent as we possibly can. There's this question always coming up: is it just about the USA, or is there more in store? And I always explain we intentionally didn't call the game US Truck Simulator. It's called American Truck Simulator because there's this ambition to do more. So who knows? Maybe with the growth of the team and all that, we managed to throw into the universe, I don't know, a Canadian province or two before we ultimately make it all the way, I don't know, to Rhode Island or somewhere, because it would be cool to have more diverse stuff. And the north is definitely way more rugged than a typical like Great Plains state would be comparably. So you know, the dream is big, the aspirations are big. Then we bump into reality a little bit in what we managed to humanly, you know, create in without going crazy, without overworking the team, without, you know, the pacing of the growth of the company or the team is dictated by multiple things. One of them, of course, is if we earn enough to just afford the growth. The other is if we do have enough senior personnel to actually take care of the newbies, to teach them how to do things properly, to have kind of the infrastructure, the glue of the company working, you know, well to operate as a team, not to become kind of lost in arguments, in various teams having various opinions on what to do. So it's a never-ending balancing act on that, but ultimately the goal is to get the continent covered as much as possible with just the, you know, just opportunities to drive. But it's never enough. On top of that, there's always this, you know, you hear it from the community always, why don't we have more diverse weather? Why don't we have more diverse climate? Why don't we have seasons? Why don't we have this or that, better light, better things? So we all the way while building just more content in a way, in air quotes. We want to push for the quality or for the variability of the environment, and that's the big goal. That's something that takes us years, no doubt takes us much longer than anybody would like, but we are not losing sight on all these ambitions.
Yeah, no, there's always so many requests from our community, and I know a lot of them are doing it out of passion and excitement to see where the game's going to go and what's going to be brought next. And, there's a lot in the pipeline for sure. And it's great to hear of those kind of bigger kind of thinking ideas of what the future may hold. And I got to tell you that the chat is very excited. The chat got very, very excited to hear some of the things that they were hearing. So we always appreciate hearing what's coming in the future. And I have a few notes here on the card. I'm not sure if you want to touch on a couple of these as well. There's obviously the recent, I'd say, talk and I'd say success personally, but dynamic billboards in cooperation with Schneider.
We just passed one of
as
these,
well as maybe some future ones.
mentioned,
Yeah, we just saw it right here on the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Another
what are your thoughts about this?
Another interesting topic. That was always, something that was not necessarily requested, but we were always approached by people looking into how to appear in the game. It's happening in Euro Truck as well as American Truck. Local businesses as well as massive, corporations sometimes approach us about doing something together. And actually, we see the will of the player base by including various mods into the game to actually interact with real-world brands. You see it with gas stations, you see it with businesses, where we kind of dance around the issue by inventing our own brands that are only a fantasy of our team, sort of. There is the environment is more believable if you meet real brands just as you would see them on the real road. So one day, who knows, maybe we'll be seeing more of advertisement in the game in a way that's organic, that's natural, that's not upsetting anybody. But we are, experimenting with this very respectfully, very carefully, not to scare away our player base by, it would feel like are we about to change the business model if we put the pedal to the metal on suddenly, throwing way more advertisement into the game than ever. So being approached by a respectful logistics company about this experiment finally was the opportunity for us to say, okay, let's try it. Let's see how it's accepted, whether people complain. At the same time, we said, we don't want to do detailed telemetry on reporting what was seen and when by whom. That's way beyond my comfort zone. I'm old school. I don't want to intrude on our players, so we never measured how many square millimeters on the screen is occupied by any of the billboards and how many of them you would drive by and all that. We just put them into the game with some statistical probability of them appearing, and that's it. That's all the information that the partner got. No telemetry, not how many people may have seen it or did see it actually. So it's not a business model proper, because usually when you think of advertisement agencies, web browser advertisement, in-game advertisement, all these pop-ups, all these banners, all that, typically you would be selling them by 1,000 views or something. We didn't do the way that the game would track such statistics and report them anywhere. So the potential partnerships are more about maybe kind of brand building or kind of being aware of this cooperation across the community. That's kind of more valuable maybe for the partner than the actual number of views of this or views of that. And I think we'll pretty much always keep it that way. So the selection of any potential partners for the future may again be more about respected industry players, cooperation with automakers again or truck makers, probably will not be about shampoos and I don't know,
Shoes.
certainly not liquor or
Skis.
something that's not
Happy
compatible with
Meals.
our rating, age rating. But I think people so far what we canvassed from the community, people didn't find it like a bad
Yeah.
idea
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
sprinkle a little bit of reality through this means, and that's probably the way we'll keep it. But at the same time, it's good for us to establish more friends across the industry, not necessarily just truck manufacturers as we've pursued over the years. The more people we know, the more people are aware of us, the better for bringing in real content. One person, this brings you to another person. That's like this cooperation with. We have Yoast in Europe as a partner for the fifth wheel branded production. These all like elements of the industry that are part makers, that are logistics companies, that are in the overall in the big picture would be expected to be visible in a simulation, and we bit by bit we improve on that. So partnering with Schneider is another step for recognition of our game or our company, another nod to a massive player in logistics, that hey, this is like a case study sort of for other partnerships maybe in the future. So that was exciting, and plus it got us onto the maybe not front page, but maybe page 60 or some digital edition of it. But Washington Post or other respectable media noticed this this interesting thing that how reality can intersect with the world of games, and that was a great coverage to have our game covered this way. So it kind of creates this social influencer stuff in like other media. It's this cross pollination across media. So perfect.
Yeah, it was great to see like the cross coverage of it. People talk. It became a bit of a talking point. I remember seeing quite a few different videos and articles. I think we were even on like Good Morning America or Good Morning
Yes.
News on one of the
Yeah,
American
it was,
stations. We're
cable
on,
TV kind of got into
yeah, we're
that
on
as
quite a
well,
big.
yeah.
We're on Linus Tech Tips as well, which is quite a big tech show, and they'll talk about it on their podcast, and it got quite a talking point. But from what I've seen, a lot of people have positively responded to it because of how you were saying about it. It's kind of on brand with the game, and how we're carefully kind of going around what should be displayed on those billboards. And thank you for sharing those thoughts on that, because it is very interesting. I know a lot of people had questions about it as well, and I know how important it is to kind of maintain and build those relationships with so many of the real life companies. And we've been doing a lot of works, as you can probably see, with a lot of those companies in game, especially in American Truck Simulator, with the rework of the Kenworth recently, and bringing new trucks in as well. And a few people had the question of, is there anything else in the works when it comes to trucks for the future of American Truck Simulator?
Well, there is one thing that's so close that people would be really surprised.
That's true.
Very close.
We are celebrating together with our friends at Kenworth. We are celebrating 100 years of Kenworth.
Through the
which
whole
is,
year
like,
this year. Yeah.
incredible. So there is some progression on that line for paying more tribute to our friends at Kenworth, both short term and kind of mid term. That's great. And we also have like the pipeline of the vehicle team is now full with interesting projects. There was never such a strong period in the history of SCS over all the 20 plus years of SCS where we would have so well kind of established, how to put it, so well round up team of our vehicle creators. So in both games there are great things coming up. I'm not going into detail, but we have multiple vehicles for both games, multiple tractors. There is this,
But not just tractors, right?
there's just not
Also
just tractors. There
vehicles
is
in
like
general,
interesting trailer corporations, some cargos on the way, and beyond that, the vehicle team, voiced their aspiration to go beyond just trucks. So who knows? But there may be some interesting things to drive in the future in the world of our games. like no, you know us. We sometimes I get here and I get so excited. It sounds like commitments. It's it's coming for sure, but don't hold your breath, kind of thing. But we are totally aware of people enjoying the universe. We enjoy coming back to the universe word again, but enjoying the big worlds that we are building. And many people just come to the world to, for this Zen driving aspect, kind of this kind of tourist simulator, or how to put it, of discovering new places, driving,
sightseeing,
diving into the
Yeah.
sunlight, like and the weather is
Taking pictures, visit
changing, and
viewpoints, yeah.
it's you don't have to race, you don't have to conquer anybody, you don't have to get your adrenaline, pumped up just to win something in competition. So who knows? Maybe we finally will, with the capability and bandwidth of the team, finally we are getting close to the point that we always dreamed about, of driving more types of vehicles, doing more types of jobs or drives in the worlds of Euro Truck and American Truck. So that's something that's not this year. That's something that may not even be next year. But that's something that, when it comes to pre-production, production, post-production, is finally entering the pipeline. Like us being serious about doing more than just extrapolating on the old stuff that we are known for. It's some kind of broadening the scope. So I'm excited.
Does sound like a very exciting thing to come in the future. Can't wait to kind of hear more about it whenever that might be. Again, no confirmations here, chat. This is stuff we'll kind of talk about in the future, but absolutely very exciting to hear. And I'm sure lots of chat members here are already speculating on what it could be, but lots of people are already very excited. And like you said, lots in the works at the moment. I'm sure vehicle team is pretty swamped at the moment. I've heard that they're working on a lot of things, from trucks and tractors to bring in the modernization and the future as well. So it's really, really exciting time here at SES Software, and that's what we like to hear, and I'm sure that's what a lot of our community like to hear as well.
The good thing you mentioned, that the new trucks and all that. The good thing is that, unlike any previous year, we are seeing a period ahead of us where the first half of the following year, the first half of 2024, should have a lot of stuff coming up for American Truck as well as Euro Truck too. Usually we have the first half of the year kind of weaker, and the second half of the year typically would get quite packed. This year our autumn, our winter are kind of super packed, and then a lot of stuff that's in the production doesn't even fit in for the autumn, for the before the end of the year period. So there will be stuff appearing in our games in late winter, in the spring. So the pipeline is really packed with exciting content, and that's great, because ideally we want to entertain the people, we want to engage the community all year round with interesting releases, with interesting events to do. So it's getting better as ever, but finally I think there will be more reasons for you guys to do more streams per week than usual.
Yeah.
You may need to
Let's do this.
explain to your partners, spouses, your families
Yeah,
that they will not see you ever. I mean, you need to hire probably more staff to handle all this round the clock kind of streaming.
I kind of hope
not necessarily round the clock. Sorry.
One really great guy is actually going to join our team hopefully pretty soon. So, and you guys in chat might see him coming more often and often into the stream as well, hopefully.
So that's great that we are. It's not about production. It's also about communicating. It's also about promoting the stuff. Also about the dialogue with the community, the contact with the community. So we'll have more reasons to cover more cool releases. So that's great too. We'll be more of influencers than ever by appearing online more often.
Look forward to the future. It sounds Sounds very exciting indeed. And well, kind of keeping on that topic, one subject that does kind of come up a lot. I don't think I've actually gone a day in the past couple of years without hearing about this subject, kind of like every day from somebody. But a lot of people asking if there's any updates on the potential of seeing our games come to new platforms in the future.
That's kind of a running joke here for the past 5 years, 7 years, that the consoles
other
are
year
always
is like
closed.
the
Like,
next year.
give us 18 months and you will see.
Yeah.
I'm kind of scared to promise anything. At the same time, have been for a while, but there are dev kits scattered across the office for both the major gamer uh, powerful enough platforms, how to put it, that where our game should be capable of running. And unlike previous years when we were mostly focusing for the time appropriate for the time then on tweaking or re-architecting actually the core of the engine, this time we already have way bigger team, more capability added to it for user interface, for the gameplay, adaptations to work well with a console controller. Worrying about the requirements that the console manufacturers place on games, on how quickly you have to start up from zero to showing some interesting pixels for the player. There's like dozens and hundreds conditions for a console game proper to operate smoothly in the context of what expected. So these things are being addressed as we speak. These things are being really worked on by real human beings, not just like wishful thinking kind of work on a project. So I think the light at the end of the tunnel is finally getting closer to us. It's no longer just like the loner programmer job for speeding up the engine. People have heard from me for years, the new engine core is coming, there'll be some benefits to it. Honestly, when we were starting this current calendar year, we thought that by now we would be already running on the new engine core. We're not there yet. The work is, there is this internal beta process at the company where select people are using the new stuff just to iron out the bugs, just to provide feedback to the programmers, what needs to be done here, what needs to be done there. So I don't know if it's coming in an update or 2 or 3. It's definitely here on the horizon. This is the kind of step we needed to take to really be performant on consoles where you don't have that fast CPUs, but you have multiple cores, and you definitely want and need to take care of more of the cores, use more of the cores, just to run. So there is work that's certainly necessary, or not just beneficial, but really a condition for us to appear on the consoles. But absolutely for our current player base on the PC, they should be winning, or they should be benefiting as well from ultimately our engine performing better on a modern CPU, modern GPU configuration than whatever we had until now. Until now, we are still running on kind of several years old engine code that has been still updated, still improved over the recent years. But a big push was towards this new generation stuff. And once we finally click in this new core, the first thing is we should have at least, pixel to pixel identical picture coming out. That would be the victory for us, the proof that we made it. There will not be immediately, way shinier whatever pixels. As I always joke that it's all about shiny pixels. It's about solid presentation of stuff. There will be some cool stuff coming with, better anti-aliasing or better, effects that we will finally be able to put into the world. We're talking hopefully better weather, better, surfaces. Ultimately, we are going towards physically based rendering. That's a mantra that's been in the industry for years. Still something that we haven't entered, but things are shaping up for us to appear on the consoles. I get personally emails, even though I'm trying to not to publish my email, too openly. People are aware of, some people are aware of how to reach me. I get pretty much daily, asking people, can you come to this or that console finally? I hear you guys. I know we are very much aware that we are, even pragmatically not making the money we should be making by being there on the consoles. At the same time, and I've also explained it repeatedly, we didn't want to do just a port. Just, in the world of games, sometimes a port means that you bring in a second team, they do their best to take whatever stuff you give them, remix it, retouch it, do whatever they can to have it running on the other platform. But meanwhile, while the second team would be working on it, the primary production would move on. We would be adding new content, new effects, new shaders, new skyboxes, whatever. And that work, it shouldn't, it shouldn't diverge. I wouldn't like us to be so much different on different platforms, to have to support multiple games, multiple map versions, you get, that would be very confusing for us, for the players. So the ultimate goal is to get the PC version so much, well tweaked, so much well kind of hold it so well in the hands of the development team to be able to maintain it across multiple platforms through the following years, so that people can share same day releases of stuff. People can enjoy, if we approach our community on Twitch, hey, here's something new. It's not just for the PC guys or for the console guys, or we have to choose. It's for everybody. So the big problem, the big issue for the programming team was that they have to change the core of the engine without breaking the game ever. At all times, the map designers need to be capable of producing new content for the game. We need every few months, we want to have a major update on the old engine to bring you new features, new platform improvements. And it's been compared to driving a truck and at the same time doing a major refurbishment of the engine. Like, how do you do that? We tried to do that. That's the assignment that the programming team got, and that's what's making it complicated to reach the ultimate goal of having everything click in place. It's a quite difficult path for the programming team. So I'm trying to be patient. I'm hopeful that the players still are patient to get there. Of course, competition may not be that patient. We see games popping up on various platforms that are part of the Sims simulation sphere in
Genre,
trucks
yeah.
or other genre, not just trucks. There's fantastic flight simulator now from Microsoft, revisiting the oldest product of theirs almost. So in a way, it's an opportunity cost that we may pay, or from another point of view, it's interesting how, again, these communities bring attention to a related game and how they actually help out each other in a way. If people love one truck simulator, probably they will be interested in checking out the other one. So it's not all bad, but ultimately getting to consoles is a holy grail for us to be perceived as like fully fledged developer capable of production across all the modern platforms. So absolutely, we want to get there, we will get there. Still probably not this side of Christmas. Still definitely not this side of Christmas. But the Christmas time, you will be, intrigued by what's coming up around December. It's cool.
Absolutely, yeah.
Can't wait.
Yeah, very exciting stuff in the pipeline. And thank you again for sharing so much information about what's being worked on and all the complications and things we got to do to get to those points, and the community appreciates it as well with all that information. So thank you once again, Pavel, for all of your knowledge, and also for being here within the studio. And it's crazy, I don't know what happened. I don't know if it got really windy in
Felt like 5
Oklahoma or
minutes,
something, but
but
time has moved
almost hour.
fast. Yeah,
Okay,
it's
yeah.
blown the time away. We've only got 5 minutes now until that magic number, and that means we do need to let you escape to the kitchen area where many of our colleagues
Yeah,
and team
but
members
first-
are enjoying themselves with good burgers and everything. But yeah, first we do have
First, we need
something we need to
to-
do, right, Nimuro?
Yeah, we need to Pavel to sign the flag as well,
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
please,
So
if you-
because that's
So
I guess that's the only
Okay.
sign missing.
let me see. Okay, so
it is.
wherever. Okay, let's see.
Whenever you feel like, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So this flag is going to be given away. One lucky member of our community in this chat that's here in the live stream right now will have the opportunity to win this flag. This was on display in the offices belonging to the Oklahoma map team, and it's signed by a lot of their members, but also many other members who are involved in some way, and plus a few other names as well. And now it has Pavel's signature on it as well there. And well, we'll be giving it away in just a few short moments here on the stream. But time is ticking, and Pavel, we got to let you go to the offices now, I
I'm
believe,
running to the
because
other
they're
place.
waiting. Yeah, awaiting you to get the release of Oklahoma going, because that
the
time
big
is
red button
almost there.
is going to be pressed again by the team. So
Yeah.
That's
the
it.
moment is
Yeah.
close. Thanks again for having me here.
thank you.
Thanks to our very loyal fans for spending the time with us. That's not to be granted, that's to be taken for granted. That's something of incredible value, that we have this fantastic interaction with our fans out there. I totally appreciate it. So let's move on. Let's release the baby
Yes.
into the world.
Let's go.
Thanks, guys.
Let's do it. Okay,
and-
thank you, everybody.
Bye bye.
See you soon.
Thank you, Pavel. We appreciate it. We'll see you very, very shortly as he heads out to the kitchen now. And that means we've just got a few short moments here to start a giveaway, right? We're going to do this now,
I
yeah?
believe it's time.
Now that we've got
yeah.
Pavel's signature.
Yeah, Pavel's leaving the
How does
studio.
that sound, chat?
I believe we have to use this time to do the giveaway, because after that, when the button is pressed, no one's gonna be here with us anymore, Alex.
That's it. That's it. All right. So we're going to make the keyword the one that everybody's spamming, and probably the most obvious one. We're going to make the keyword.
Chat already knows the
Oklahoma.
keyword.
Chat already
Chat,
knows
you're
what's
living
going
in
on.
you're
Chat-
living in 2030. You know,
One
you
step
know
ahead of us,
everything.
Always. Well, chat, here's the rules for you. First of all, the prize is that beautiful Wyoming flag that you see there on the desk. in
Oklahoma,
front of
Alex,
you.
not
That's been
Wyoming.
signed by members of the map team, plus a few other notable names at SCS Software as well. It's been hanging in the offices, and it is one of one. This is not going to be found anywhere else. It's special, and it's a gift from Davido and his team to the community, and this could be hanging on your wall. So whoever is the lucky person to win this, please, we ask that you treat it with respect, hang it up somewhere nice, and preserve this bit of game history wherever it may go in the world. It's open to all residents. So the way to enter, really quickly, chat, Oklahoma. You see everybody spamming it in the chat. They're going crazy. The Oklahoma Elevatorsville. You enter. That's the keyword, and that will get you one entry, and you can only have one entry, so you don't need to spam it more than once. After that, we'll roll a random winner from the chat here in just a few minutes' time. But please, before you do that, make sure your Twitch whispers are on. That's the DM system here on Twitch. That's how I'm going to contact you after the stream to get your details, and so you can email me, you can talk back and forth on how to get the flag to you, because we will require your full name, your shipping
Yes.
address, your phone number, and your email address for logistic purposes. So please make sure you're happy and okay with giving out all those details to enter into this giveaway. So again, your full name, shipping address, email, and phone number will be required. And make sure to have your Twitch whispers on, because if we can't contact you, we can't get you the prize. And if we can't get you the prize, we're going to have to give it away, perhaps on social media or something, and give it to another lucky winner. So please make sure you have those on. So yeah, give you a couple of minutes to do that. Meanwhile, I believe we're going to be just here in a moment beamed into Chenda's live feed.
Yeah, we should be.
Is that
I
gonna be
guess,
happening
hopefully,
shortly?
Hopefully, yeah. Here it is.
There it is, Pavel on his way now down the corridor, which is fantastic to see here as he goes along his way. And what do you say, Nimro? Should we do the giveaway winner before or after the the release?
I
here?
believe after that, because there's gonna be probably some words said by Pavel when he
Sounds
gets to the common area, to the fun zone as we call it here. We can see people all around having good time, having beers,
Having a great time.
full stomachs
Hi
of
everyone.
burgers.
Good to
Davido
see you
finishing
all.
his burger.
Hey, that's a familiar face. We love to see it. Love to see so many great people here in the offices celebrating the release of, the upcoming release of Oklahoma. And it's almost time to hear from Pavel, from the team, and to push that button to release the DLC for American Truck Simulator. It's very exciting. I can't believe we're here already. The time has flown. And chat, before this happens, I just want to say thank you for being with us this stream. We hope you've enjoyed all the insights and everything on Oklahoma. And look at all these wonderful people. Hello, everyone. Good to see you all. Hope you're enjoying the onion burgers. I'm pretty sure Nemiro can smell them from the studio.
Yes, I actually can, because I believe Benny...
You can, actually?
Yeah, Benny actually, like, you know, he betrayed us. He betrayed us, Alex,
Oh,
because
Benny,
you know,
you didn't
he's
go
hidden.
get food, did
yeah,
you?
he did. He's hidden behind all the computers, you know, and
This guy, huh?
he went for a burger and he was eating it while Pavel was here, and I was able to smell it the whole time. I was like, God damn it,
Man. Well, again, chat.
That's a big backstab.
Oklahoma in the chat if you want to enter the giveaway. We have audio.
So maybe we will get an audio, maybe we will not. I'm not sure. Let's try. Looks like there's no audio. Looks like there is a problem with the microphone within the fun zone, fun area.
All right. Or maybe it's not on yet. We'll see here in just a second. We'll try get you.
We'll try the
beamed in on that audio chat.
Sign language.
We'll try.
Do you know any sign language, Alex?
I don't. Something I should learn. Absolutely.
So I have a signal from Benny that we can have an audio, but that would mean that me and you, Alex, will go silent. So let's go for it.
Co se hledá, nebo co se schání? Něco se schání? No, schání. Jste tady někoho zjistili, kdo to takhle, asi Davido, ne? Kdo to bude počkat? To je jedna věc, to je jenom fake. Jo, releaseovat, jasně, chápu. Jo, to je někdo klávesnice a mačka ten Chápu. Nevím, kdo to... Tebe tam ještě nemám. Nemusíš tak na detail. No, fakt jako na mě, jo. Mrazík, ty. Tak zamávám, až se mi hýba kamera. Sluníčko. Patrika, tady u tebe jsem skončil, oni tě ufikli, tak já ti dám znovu vstup.
Chcete vždycky taky ten, mám si postavit šmaku, tak prostě. Tak se to posílám, tam tě na to.
Jo. Kazí se mi gimbal, sorry. Matky. It's a black can word. Yeah, black can word. Sluníčko, abych tě potřeboval jinde.
Ty máš nějakou komunikaci s týmem, aby jsme se dověděli, kdy jako jdeme jít živě do vysílání? Nám řeknou. Já to vidím, jako, ale... Takže já tady řeknu a mám. Oni tam dělají nějaký giveaway, oni tam dávají nějaký písně.
Ne, nikdo ne, teďka vidí všechno tohle z toho.
Oni to mluví, ne?
Povídej. Nebo nepovídej. Slyšet je zvuk, jakoby bodů, takže prostě je to na nás. Takhle to bylo myslím domluvený hned, jo?
Oni měli mít 10 minut, kdy rozdají nějaký ty klíče za odměnu, co mají. A my nevíme, jako od nich nemáme spolu.
Ne. Ale už píše Benny. Můžeme dát naprosto. Tak jo.
Ani nevšiml.
It's working? Yes. Hello, everybody. Ciao. Ahoy. Ciao. Ciao. I guess we may be actually on the screens for the rest of the world, so I'll switch to English. Thanks everybody for appearing here at our party. So many smiling faces. It's great to share the success of another release. Just like 2 sentences to before. Thanks to the map team for creating it. Thanks for everybody at STS who makes it possible. All the various people from research all the way to testing, our HR, all the kind people that contribute to the big machinery of STS to work so smoothly. It's a great day. It's another successful day, and let's just hope that the magic button will work. Ultimately, we never know, but I hope so. Thanks to our fantastic community today with us live on Twitch or whatever channels where we are live now. Let's do it. Let's press the big button. Let's celebrate. Let's start the real part of the party, not just the burgers, but much more. Let's do it. Thanks. This is something for the team to do. I'm not the most important person. I'm not pushing it. So. Okay, so we actually want to do it like Formula 1 races. So, sorry people, you're not playing it because we need to first struggle with the champagne. We're getting closer by the seconds.
Už to máš? Jo. Už to máš? Fakt? To video už to máš?
Okay, so the alcohol is being poured, but I think the team should, circle around the button to make the major magic magic moment for the release to happen. It's actually a process because the big machines and our friends at Valve in Seattle will now process this within a couple of seconds. And we are also delayed in actually what's being aired is a few seconds behind what is really I think we like. But by now, hopefully, the DLC should really pop up for people as ready for purchase. Also, as we mentioned in the previous part of the stream, guys, don't forget about the opportunity to get the bundle with the other states of the Great Plains as a kind of thank you not for being loyal and sticking with us. And I think it's time to give our word back to the studio to wrap up the great evening for the players. Well, for us, the evening is just properly starting. Thanks again. Have a great evening.
Hey, welcome back, everyone.
studio.
Oklahoma for American
Let
Truck
me pull
Simulator is now out. Congratulations
the
to
mic
all of the team involved. That was
I'll
awesome
rebuild
to
the
see the
studio
team
for Benny here.
celebrating there.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was
you're good.
awesome. Yeah, that was awesome.
It was really great to see the team all enjoying themselves. Pavel giving a few words there before the release as
Yep.
well, and the team celebrating with some champagne or prosecco or whatever it is. Quite rightly so. But Oklahoma is now out for American Truck Simulator.
released,
Go and
yeah.
check out the store page. Is pinned at the top of the chat. You can find it on Steam, and so is the Great Plains bundle as well. You can go check that out both on Steam. Very, very excited to meet. We know so many of you want to get out there and get trucking, so you won't be sticking around long, which, hey, fair enough. You've been building up to this moment. So very quickly, we know we got some housework to kind of take care of, which is the giveaway. So we are giving away the Oklahoma flag, which is there on the desk in front of Namiro, signed by all of the Oklahoma map team, as well as a few other people from SES, including Pavel, who we had here on the stream, the CEO of SES Software. And we asked you to type the word Oklahoma to enter into that giveaway. And now it's time to find out who the winner is of this piece of game history. I'm calling it that because, you know, it really is. It's been hanging in the offices throughout the whole development of Oklahoma. So it really, really is special. So whoever the winner is, please take special care of this. Hang it with pride. Look after it. It is
send us a picture.
It's
send us a picture of your living room, of your gaming room, whatever.
It is lovely. So we're gonna roll that winner now. Good luck to everybody that's entered. There's over 1,000 of you that have entered, so we're gonna do that now. I can't do the drum roll.
1,000, okay. You
can't do the drum roll because I've got like a big mouse pad across the whole desk here, so it's not possible.
Let me try.
Oh, go on, Nimiro. Do it. Ready? The drum roll from Nimiro. This is an SES first. Are you ready? Oh, careful.
Go for it. Count it for me.
3, 2, 1. Drum roll, please. Oh. 2 to the 4. 2 to the 4. Very nice username. Congratulations.
GG.
You are the winner of the Oklahoma flag. GG's in the chat for this user. 2 to the 4. We'll be in contact with you very shortly after the stream via Twitch Whispers. So please make sure you have those on. Are you with us? Congratulations. And hopefully you will enjoy having this piece of history in your home. All right. Well, unfortunately, from myself and Namiro, that is all we really have time for. Is anything else we missed out on here, Namiro?
No, I think we've covered a lot of topics. We have amazing guests. You, Chet, you've been an amazing audience to stream for. Or at least all our colleagues are having amazing party, and we just released the amazing DLC. So go get it. We are getting some messages. In the chat that some of you are not seeing the Great Plains Calling bundle on Steam Store. We're taking a look into that, but on our side, everything looks like it's working well. So maybe try to restart Steam or refresh
It's working for me now as well.
Yeah,
so it wasn't working before, but it seems to be working now.
So maybe give it a time, Chet. Maybe give it a time.
So if you want to get some extra DLCs along with the new DLC, that's a great place to go because you're going to make some good savings there. So go check out the Great Plains bundle as well. But chat, again, it's been an absolute pleasure for the past few hours being with you. Thank you so much for your support. And we really, really hope you enjoy Oklahoma. Make sure to share your first journeys with us on social media, on X. I think we're calling it X these days. On X, Twitter, on Instagram.
Follow us on your X.
TikTok, on Facebook.
No pun intended.
At SES Software. On our pages, Euro Truck Simulator 2 and American Truck Simulator, wherever. Just find us online and you can post the images to us. Share with us your first journeys across Oklahoma.
But that's not all. That's not all, man. That's not all.
Oh,
because chat, you might want to come back to our Twitch channel on Thursday. Because on Thursday, we are going to bring you another amazing thing. Let's say a big number of things for one of the most legendary trucks within American Truck Simulator. So you might be actually ready to go to Oklahoma in style. So come back to us on Thursday. More information about that we will probably tell you tomorrow, or at least announce the stream. So stay with us.
Do keep an eye on that. Absolutely. But for now, go enjoy Oklahoma, and we're also going to go raid somebody. It's a tradition we do around here, where we take all of you lovely people who have been supporting us for the past few hours and go raid a streamer who's playing one of our games. And Darius has found a fantastic person here called Casual Kev TV. He's got an incredible trucking setup. He looks like he's in a real truck. I kid you not, it might be a real truck, but he's trucking in Oklahoma in American Truck Simulator. And we're going to go send all of you lovely people over there to go enjoy his stream. So from all of us here at SES Software, from all of the Oklahoma team, beyond our production team, Benny, and everyone else involved, thank you again, chat. Thank you again, community. We hope you have a wonderful rest of the evening, and we're going to see you all again very, very soon for sure. Take care of yourselves.
Thank
Enjoy
you.
Oklahoma.
Take care.
And have a good evening. Goodbye, everyone. Take care.